Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Orpheus. And suddenly my camera decided to go out. Bam, there we go. Welcome back to Orpheus, episode 4. We are over halfway through season 1. What does everyone think of that?
Personally, I'm excited.
You're excited? All right.
Yay.
All right, let's turn our creepy background music back on, shall we? Because I think it sounds awesome. You know, when it decides to work. That's a big win. All right.
I think it was on and you just turned it off.
No, I just turned it back on. But I need to turn the music up. There we go. All right. So, my name is Evan Blade of Revan, and this is my marvelous channel here. Joining me are my usual players. Let's start off with the bottom there. Warfox.
I get to go first today. Okay.
Yes, you do.
I think it's because I've been giving you shit about it. All right. I'm Warfox. I play Lee Blaylock. You can find me here on Eben's channel playing this game.
Awesome. Next up, Iredell.
I'm Iredell Bastion, and I play Morgan Flanagan.
All right. Next up, going up the line there to Dahlia.
Hi, I'm Blacktie42, and I'm playing Cassidy.
All right. Moving up there, Skittish.
I'm Skittish Cat, and you can find me here or on the Twitter, and I will be playing Mary Kathleen O'Brien.
Awesome. And finally, Crow.
Hi, folks. I'm Grinning Crow. You can find me here on Twitch at grinning_crow or on Twitter at grinning.crow. I will be playing Guy Bernard tonight.
Awesome. All right, guys. So, as a double thing here, who wants to catch us up on last week's session and catch Guy up on what happened to his character last session? Extra points if you can describe in detail what the Spectres did to his spleen.
Oh, that was the blender scene, right?
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
So who wants to go? Who wants to go? Go.
It can't be me.
There are 4 people here.
Last we left, our group of adventurers, we were investigating a club called, one moment as I pull it, Chains Nightclub, where there was a suspected of pigment dealing, along with a mysterious haunting.
Ooh.
Cassidy was shiny and glowy, and a lot of druggies were like, oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny, glowy, hot chick. Mary Kathleen attempted to flirt. We got the pigment. Mission accomplished. We also learned Mary Kathleen cannot flirt.
She awkward flirts.
Let me seduce you with my awkwardness.
At least you didn't have to do what you thought you had to do to get your pigment.
Flockward?
There was,
Ert.
We-
It's Ert.
We found that the club is being haunted by a blip, which is a spirit that is stuck in a loop timeline. Banshee. When asked what we should do with this, we decided the best course of action is to walk away currently. We are now heading back to Orpheus to discover our findings and hopefully discuss with someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. Wait, are we allowed to swear on this channel? Okay, I'm going to keep swearing anyways.
Yeah. Yes, you are allowed to swear on my channel.
Yeah, if not, I think would have gotten fucking kicked off by now.
So that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully next week Crow will be doing this.
All right. So, we're going to simplify matters and say all of you have now arrived back in Orpheus. It is very late in the evening, but as always, there are people around. Most of them are milling out in the rec room or in the or in the training rooms, stuff like that. Where are you guys going, and what are you doing?
I'm going to change my clothes.
Fair enough. Good call.
I'm gonna go sign the car back into the motor pool, and then head to see if I can find the others.
Okay.
Taking off makeup.
All right. The gobs and gobs of makeup that you had on. Because golf club, right? This doesn't fit. This is better. So you are taking off your makeup, Eardell. You're signing the car back in. And let's see. Let me see here. Crow, you said you were getting changed. Mary Kathleen, what are you doing?
You know those torture devices that men have decided to invent for women to wear? That like elevate their height and all of those witches' boots, they're coming off. They didn't even make it out of the car. So I gotta go find someplace to stick this and, you know, probably put on clothes. Like real clothes.
All right. What is your definition of real clothes?
Kind of what Skittish wears on a daily basis. T-shirt,
Okay.
a sweatshirt, and some jeans. I look like a college student.
Okay. You look like a college student. Fair enough. What about Cassidy? What are you doing?
Staring at that hot bartender's number that I have, and then staring at a phone and wondering when I'm allowed to call.
You can call whenever you want. Just realize that you have to manifest in order to even hold that number.
It's also why it's sitting on the table and I'm debating it.
That's fair. All right. So, as you guys are sitting here and debating things, you're sitting there and staring at that number. You see Cassidy, you see Mitchner kind of hobbling through the rec room. And he... Oh, shit, what are you guys doing? Technology, stop being bad! There we go. He's hobbling towards you through the rec room on his cane. Miss Cassidy, productive evening?
I think so. Very productive.
Oh, any closer to figuring out what's going on in Chains?
We found a ghost that might be the cause of some of it. It's a crying girl. We're trying to still figure out how to stop the crying.
Where's the rest of your crucible?
That's a great question. I should go find them. And I'm gonna go do that now.
He points to the number on the table. Is that important?
Yes, you should leave it there.
Well, here.
And
he picks it up.
Look at it.
He folds it and walks over to a corkboard and just sticks it up there, like in a corner.
Well, it's folded at least.
better not leave that spot.
It shouldn't. You notice that this corkboard has a lot of pins in it. Like, a lot of pins in it. Nobody touches this shit.
Just making sure. But I'm gonna go find the other peoples. Yeah.
As you were leaving, he's like, so what's it called again? Your group of agents? What do we call it?
My crucible?
There you go.
Hey, I'm gonna go find that.
All right. You find Mary Kathleen and Morgan. One is changing, the other one is using a paint scraper on her face.
Sorry, the toilet.
Oh, Hoodie, I missed you so.
I think it's safe to say I've gone and changed back into my normal, like, black trench coat and blue jeans and combat boots.
You guys look all boring again. What happened?
I gotta go fill out paperwork, and that was not sexy outfit is not good for paperwork. Hoodies are good for paperwork.
Tell that to every Mad Men secretary that ever came through that office.
While this conversation is going on, Lee, you walk into the general vicinity and hear them talking. I won't say you're in the same room because, changing women.
I don't know they're changing. I go follow to the noises.
Okay.
Is the door closed?
Presumably, yes.
I would assume yes.
These are the things you have to check. It's like,
Yeah, we're gonna go with yes.
Okay.
it's like, is it safe to come in?
Yes.
Getting conflicting messages here.
Yeah.
Key, what are you feeling right now? Like, what is the emotion your character's feeling?
Disgust.
Morgan, you are disgusted for no discernible reason. Just disgusted.
Other than the makeup.
Lee, go the fuck away!
Okay. I'm gonna wait in the hallway until the door magically opens itself.
I came to find you guys because Mitchner wants us.
Okay, once I finish changing. And Morgan's decent. Because I will not open that door if Morgan is not decent. Because that would be a shitty roommate thing to do. Take note on how to not be a shitty roommate.
Fair. Guy, you are done changing. What do you do from here?
I'm going to the rec room and finding a beer.
Okay. You don't find any alcohol.
Isn't there normally alcohol in the rec room?
No.
Or is it the break?
Alcohol is allowed in the break room, but it is not provided.
Then I find a soda.
You do not find one of those magic Red Bulls?
I mean,
Mary
yeah,
Kathleen
is one of
has
those
already-
magic Red Bulls still around?
I don't know. Mary Kathleen, have you drank all the Red Bull?
No, there's at least like 3 cases, all with her name deeply gouged into the side of the box with a Sharpie. Like, I'm pretty sure that Sharpie did not survive the labeling.
Oh yeah, I definitely take one. And then I pour it into my coffee, as apparently previously given to me by Mary Kathleen. Red Bull and coffee. Apparently that's my thing now.
Breakfast of Champions. Also, Orpheus agents. Lee, you see Guy walking by on his way to the break room. He goes,
I see you have shed the skin they have given you. Back into your regular clothes.
Yeah. I don't like that stuff. It's very constricting.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to be dead.
I would not think so much.
I wasn't the one that spent the night in Ruffles.
The chips, they have ridges. He then proceeds to go and drink his Red Bull.
But I have this. Grabs a cigarette, puts it in his mouth, lights it.
Dick. Sorry, let me say that in your language. Lay dick.
So, do you walk into the break room with a lit cigarette?
I'm standing in the break room with a lit cigarette. I lit it in the break room.
You get a chorus of, "Put that thing out, do you want us to blow up?"
I just kind of look at them. That's not how oxygen enrichment works. If it was going to blow up, it already would blow up.
You get a lot of grumbles, but at this point there's not that many people who are going to really put up a fight. In the break room, you can see Mitchner is just kind of chilling out, sitting in front of, on a leather armchair in front of the TV, just kind of vegging. He's got his cane in front of him and is just kind of like
I'm trying to remember. Has Mitchner been specifically a dick to me?
No. He's been kind of a general dick to the Crucible. But mostly from a, if you don't learn this shit, it's gonna kill you kind of context.
Right, and I get that.
Not a, like, absolute asshole.
I'll go walk over and sit down next to him and kind of stub the cigarette out in probably an armchair, but...
That's coming out of your pay.
Yeah.
Oh. So how did it go?
It went about as well as you could expect with a group of rank amateurs. They infiltrated the facility, poorly scouted out what was going on, and damn near blew their covers trying to extract some pigment.
Oh, they actually managed to extract the pigment?
Ah, yes. Wait, we didn't manage to extract the pigment, right? Okay.
Yes.
So guys, remember when you're doing an out-of-character comment or anything like that, like an aside, do the cross fingers thing. When all of us break down out of character and are laughing at shit, you don't have to worry about it then. But, like, if you're just doing an aside, throw that up there so we can make sure that it's known. Alright, well, just make sure that we get that soon. I don't want you guys walking around with illicit substances as much as you're pretty much safe here in Orpheus. Because the police
yes. The police would probably take that the wrong way should they find it in our pockets on the street.
Exactly. But I'm glad to know that at least that part of the mission went through okay.
We were able to identify what we think is the source, but fumigation, they are uncertain how to go forward.
Well, you can either fumigate or you could... fumigation is not, like, required. You could what's the word? God damn it. A salvation or just a removal would work.
Ah, yes. To me, it's all the same.
Fair. And it pretty much is for our customer, but at the end of the day, you know, you don't want to fumigate too many ghosts because that's a good way of... it's a good way of letting the darkness get to you. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, just keep up the good work. If I could get that pigment from you whenever you get the chance, I need to walk it upstairs. Make sure, well...
Of course. Do you want me to just check it into the lab?
Actually, just bring it to me. I'll take care of it.
Okay. And I kind of look at him in the, like, I'm going to trust you, but I'm not going to trust you kind of way.
Yeah, I get that. You can tell he is really fucking tired. He is wearing green scrubs, and he's not. His skin looks very pale.
That's right. He's a sleeper.
Yes.
I'll address him. Monsieur, did you just come off shift?
Yeah, I'm beached for the next 2 weeks.
Perhaps you will try this. And I kind of like pass him some of my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real pick me up.
Really? Oh, Jesus. Oh.
It tastes awful, but in a few minutes you will be up and running.
Oh.
Literally.
Oh. Why do I not doubt that? Oh. Whew. Where did you get that idea?
I got it from Mary Kathleen. She made it for me, and I've acquired kind of a taste.
All right. She's a growing girl. Not much she keeps drinking that. I think that's as big as she's going to get, actually. I'm going to lay down for a bit so that stuff will wear off. And you see him, he kind of like lays down like sideways in the armchair.
I get up and kind of walk away. I pat his chair as I'm leaving.
As you're leaving, we're gonna kind of fast forward a bit. All of you are together. You guys have come out of the changing room. Lee is standing there. Guy is in the break room / rec room, which is right next to where the changing rooms are.
So who are we delivering the pigments to?
Mr. Michener asked us to give it to him, and he would make sure that it got to the laboratory.
Okie doke.
I would advise that when we do that, it's also documented in our report that we provided it to him.
Well, we have 2 samples of it. Would we like to deliver one directly?
I would like to not mention the second sample.
Why?
Because it may become in handy later.
You know what that shit does, right?
I'll just look her dead in the eye. Yeah, I do.
Are you using it?
Not currently, but it may come in handy later.
In what way would it come in handy later?
Well,
I'm walking out of this conversation. I'm taking my sample and I'm walking towards Mitchner. This is becoming a level of, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm not standing here.
I'm following
Mitcher
Mary
doesn't
Kathleen on this one.
deliver it, then we have a second sample. If Mitcher does deliver it, then we can destroy it.
I'm turning around and following Mary Kathleen.
Just stop, Guy, and I just follow the rest of them.
Just shake my head and stare up in the ceiling tiles.
Like, I don't know what Morgan's going to do with her sample, but mine's going straight in Mitchner's hand.
Why are you
it's going to Mitch.
Why are you so trusting of these idiots?
You see Mitchner kind of racked out, like, that tasted horrible.
I see Guy gave you coffee.
He literally. Do you have the shit? No. He kind of looks at it.
Yeah, I don't know where they're getting this because it has a serial number on it.
That's not good. So,
Do you know who's manufacturing it?
TNS, Terrell and Squibb.
The other competition.
There are 3 projecting firms: Orpheus, Next World, Carolyn Squib.
That would make sense that there was a ghost running the drug by. Is that a drug deal, right? Right, Morgan? Is that the one?
Yes, that was a drug deal, honey.
Where are you from?
There is. Wait.
Catholic school.
Perhaps
I thought the
schools are different here in the States?
I guess hers. I thought Catholic schoolgirls were at least a little street smart.
Yeah. Where?
Experience has
Went to
told me
school?
Catholic school is more bed smart.
Where?
Let's try to be nice.
I'll go ahead and hand Mitch mine as well.
Oh, you got 2. Good. Now, half of this alone is troubling. The other half is even more troubling.
What?
These are
Well, the
Orpheus.
question.
These are Orpheus pattern auto injectors.
Does this mean we're going on a mole hunt?
No.
You won't be going on a mole hunt. But this probably means that my beaching is going to be rescinded. I'm gonna run these down to the lab.
I feel like
You-
run might be a loose term.
He kind of looks at you. You want to know how this leg got this way?
Rugby?
Look at that thing right over there. I'm gonna look at.
He just grabs his cane and white-knuckled hobbles off. He gets halfway there. Before I go, turns around. Somebody with opposable thumbs, which I know is only half of you, write down these serial numbers so that there's no confusion. Include the serial numbers in your report.
I don't even look at them. I just write down the numbers.
Do you have eidetic memory?
I do.
Oh, God.
I have eidetic memory and keen recognition.
I have keen recognition as well. Awesome.
So it just occurs to me, this is a lot easier for somebody with eidetic memory because she can actually go back and watch old broadcasts to see exactly what was told to her.
There's a reason why Skittish took that merit.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah.
I'm just going to watch the last show.
So, once you've written him down, he picks him up and hobbles off.
C'est bon.
So should I go make a pot of coffee and start writing reports?
Yes.
Gee, I learned this new technique to make coffee. I think you're gonna love it.
Oh, do tell me more. I shared with Monsieur Misner the coffee you made me last time. He was not a fan.
So I start making coffee, and instead of water, we use the Red Bull in the coffee.
I am a fan, yes.
Isn't that a little hard on the coffee machine?
If you've never made coffee with caffeinated water, by the way, you should, at least once. Your heart will not thank you, but you will be awake.
As somebody with a heart problem, I think I'm gonna skip that.
Oh, me too. The allergy and the heart problem.
What are the rest of you doing while this is going on?
I'm just staring in horror at both of them.
How dare we hurt the coffee?
I just shake my head. Like, if you need me, I'm gonna be in the motor pool cleaning. Cause, really? Let me know when the reports are done.
How?
I'm gonna go clean my car.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not going to come and be part of the team and give your accounts as part of the paperwork. Okay.
I can give my accounts as part of the paperwork. I cannot do the typey.
That's
We've
fine.
learned this.
I don't do the typey either. We leave it to Mary Kathleen, who's very adept at it, and the rest of us help her with the writing of the report.
Wait, that's how reports work?
Yes.
I thought it was one person sits down and types it, and then everyone else goes, "Yep, we helped." Isn't that how school projects went?
You were probably awful and passed because someone's kindness.
That, and the teacher was kind of cute. All right, I'll stay and help with the report.
It's good.
Hirdell, what are you doing?
Drinking the coffee and trying to ignore Lee.
Cassie, are you hanging out with the rest of the group and putting in your input as well?
I'm standing by them, and my eyes just keep looking back over at the number on the corkboard, contemplating which one of the others I can convince to dial for me.
Do you need some assistance?
Yes, but I have a feeling your voice is not the one that I want to be nearby helping me when I go through with my personal mission that I have going on.
Why not? My voice is, I've been told, quite soothing.
I'm just imagining Mary Kathleen is still typing with one hand while the other is slowly raising.
I just keep kind of like pushing your hand back down. We are not in a classroom.
No questions. So, what do we want to do about the crying girl that we left in the bar?
Her notebook is probably with her family. So if we can find her family, seeing as she's only been deceased for like 6 months, right?
It was in the report, or it was in my notes. Hold on a second.
That was not the research I did.
Research I did. I got it. Hold on.
The question becomes a matter of logistics. Is it worth the time input to go through this whole process, or do we simply extract the spirit in other ways?
Why, are you feeling hungry?
No. Thank you. I had a cheese sandwich a little earlier.
I think
Ivan, we stopped for snacks.
as much as it might be additional time, it would be best on everyone's soul if we tried to find this girl's final resting place.
6 months ago.
Sure. But again, this is a company. We are doing business. We are paid by the job.
We were told to take as much time. We were not given a hard deadline. If we have time to solve this the most humane way, I feel it will possibly.
I'm not advocating that we jump to inhumane solutions. I'm not saying we go and torture a ghost, for example, but there are, as I understand it, different ways for that to go. I'm sorry, my dog's just distracted me.
I am up for trying to find this notebook. I mean, she seemed awfully distraught, and if we can help someone, we should help them.
Sure.
I mean, because it's 6 months, me and Morgan could possibly pose as fellow classmates who are trying to do like a tribute to her.
Or just friends.
Or friends.
Then you have to worry about, though, how often her parents saw her friends. Do people still introduce their friends to their parents?
No.
I don't know.
No, everything's online now.
So, are you on her Facebook?
I don't think that would be too hard. I think I could do it. Or someone could do it. I'm kind of okay with computers. I don't know. Maybe someone's better with the computers. Like, I can friend request her. That's super easy. It's more getting into her account to accept the friend request.
I'd help, but
She's not good with the people, and we figured this out.
Or we could say we're friends of friends, and we heard about the situation, and we wanted to help have her songs produced for her memory.
I can talk. I can't seduce. I can talk.
but can you lie?
Gee, you smell really good right now.
Everyone roll me perception, intuition.
No.
All right.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, like daisies or freshly mowed grass.
I think that's Frenchly mode Frenchman.
Do you have any dots in manipulation, Mary Kathleen?
I got 3.
Oh, okay. You're
That's
trying
genuinely
to
surprising.
lie. So roll me manipulation subterfuge. Difficulty 8.
Or is perception what?
For everybody else, roll me perception, intuition. Difficulty 6. Unless you really don't want to, that is definitely possible.
I believe her.
I mean,
Not only
I'm living the lie, so.
Not only do you believe her, like Guy smells like Irish
perfume,
Irish Spring combined with
Old
fresh
Spice.
heather and Old Spice.
Wow, that Febreze is working wonders.
Cassidy, she's actually telling the truth. He doesn't smell too bad. Morgan, yeah, she's lying, but she's pretty good at it apparently. So,
How'd I do?
oh no, it was a contested roll. You got 3 successes.
In character. In character. How'd I do?
It's not bad. It might be passable.
I don't even know what to think.
It works.
So, I guess the living are going on a road trip? Or maybe we should call the parents to see if they even still have the book.
They do. This is something precious. It's a child's thoughts, memories. More importantly, I saw them pack it up.
Mary
I
phrase.
felt it, them pack it up.
We should probably call to see if they're willing to part with it or know where it is.
That is a thing best done in person.
True.
It's really hard to say no to someone when they're there in person. Facial expressions tend to assist with this.
Question: How long's the drive?
Depends. You don't know where she lives.
Pull up the news article to see if there's any mention or maybe picture of the parents with a house number.
There's not a picture of the parents. There is a name of the parents. Let's see. William and Janice. They live on the west side of town, which is the nicer side of town.
What exactly
Okay,
is our
so they're at
story
least
for
in
why
town.
we need it?
Say again.
Guys, what exactly is our story for why
Oh, sorry.
we need it?
We're friends of their daughter's, Claire's, and we want to do a memorial for her. We remember that she was really into her music, and we want to give her this tribute. So we are partnering with a local musician to play some of her songs in remembrance of her.
Because she's a girl in school, or her lyrics are most likely in her notebook. This is the logic, yes?
Yeah, pretty much. Turn to Morgan. So, this is your part, right? Because you can find the people.
Okay.
I guess I should probably go check another car out of the motor pool.
Probably the real motor pool, not the not real motor pool.
Oh, what, you don't want to pull up to the grieving parents' house in a hearse?
No, I was going to use the actual motor pool this time. It's much easier.
How are you researching where they live, Morgan?
Google.
Roll me intelligence, computer. Google foo, activate. Form of. Waiting for her roll.
Wow.
They're, as far as you're aware of, they actually don't live in that side of town. In fact, they live in the south side of town. Like, the furthest south side of town.
Are we... So the rest of us aren't even aware that, like, this is not wrong. It's just like, okay.
That depends if she shares. Oh, shit.
I'll go ahead and show all y'all and be like, I don't know about this.
That doesn't match.
That doesn't seem right.
Alright. Can someone type for me?
Okay.
I will
become hands.
I will attempt my Google foo.
Okay.
I would like to manifest and use my benefit.
Okay.
So I will spend...
Which benefit are you using?
I am using the one from puppetry.
Okay. You're not manifesting, you're dropping the meat, you're going 0.
Yeah. Dropping on my meat. He gets an additional 2 dice on any perception, intelligence, or wits roll.
Okay. Make an intelligence computer roll, Lee.
That would be what I did.
Add 2 more dice.
Okay. Yeah, add 2 more dice.
Okay.
So just roll it again. 2 successes.
All right. You managed to find their address. It's in a not like the ritzy part of town, but it's in a pretty fancy subdivision out west of town of the city. It's going to take you, depending on when you leave, it'll take you between 2 to 3 hours to get there.
Since I have to actually follow traffic laws or we have to follow traffic laws on this one.
Yes. And unless you decide to manifest, you cannot drive the car.
Ah, no. So, who's driving?
It's probably the middle of the night still, right? Because we just went to the doctor.
It's like 3 a.m. at this point.
I thought we wait till, normal people wake hours.
Seems like a really fun
I'm perfectly
party.
awake.
We all have to go?
We do not all have to go, I'm assuming.
Why wouldn't we?
Wake people hours?
No.
No, it's not.
Let's just finish the report, get some sleep, go to it tomorrow.
That seems far more reasonable.
But I just made coffee.
And it is delicious, but I will still go to sleep.
The coffee's to finish the report, apparently.
How are you going to sleep after drinking that monstrosity?
It is very easy. I am very tired.
How can you call my coffee a monstrosity?
Because it is?
You keep drinking that and you're going to become much more familiar with the spirit world.
Thought it was why she's not growing.
Look, I haven't added the 5-hour energy into this. I might go to sleep still.
I could see that. That would add a certain flavor. Yes, yes.
What flavor are you going for? Antifreeze?
No, antifreeze tastes better than this shit.
The
Better.
flavor I'm going for is the ability to see space and time.
Watch Doctor Who.
Oh, that's really good while you're drinking this.
Okay, focus, finish the report. Typey.
Oh, this is while I'm typing.
I can see it now. Cassie's like, if I still had arms, I'd table flip.
So while she's finishing that up, would you like some assistance with the whatever you're staring at that board for?
Only if you know how to push a speaker button and then walk away out of listening distance.
Of course.
I don't know that I trust that beforehand, but fine. I go and just play a number.
Okay. I go and unfold it and type in the phone number and put it on speaker and then walk over to wherever the coffee is that's nearby.
All right. Phone rings. Finally, it answers. Hello.
Hi!
Hello.
And it's at that moment Cassidy realizes that she never got his name.
And didn't manifest enough.
Hello.
Hi!
Hello.
Oh my... He can't hear me, can he?
I walk back over and pick up the phone. Hello, I would like to order a large pepperoni and a large sausage.
Oh, dude, are you high?
Pardon, is this not Pizza the Hut?
No, it is not Pizza the Hut.
Pardon. And then I hang up.
He couldn't hear me, that's right.
Yes.
Because I'm fucking dead!
Yes.
Somebody need a drink.
Yes.
A drink would be nice if I could drink.
We proved last time we can drink. It's the drunk part that has issues.
Cassie, you know you could just manifest and he could hear you, right? Like, you don't even have to go full human. Saying all of this as I'm typing.
I just try to walk away from all of them.
Watch her leave. I didn't know ghosts could blush.
C'est la vie. I take the phone number down and fold it back up and put it in my pocket for later.
Okay.
Hey, Evan,
Yes.
during my report, is it okay if I have on a side tab this girl's Facebook so I can, like, try to imagine how much I need to know to be her friend?
Yes, definitely. Provided nobody has anything else to do.
I'll be... If I can get a set of hands, I'll be checking routes and seeing if I can reduce our time and at least know the route.
Yeah, sure. I
And not be able to drive it, but I can at least navigate.
Okay. So that's what you're doing, and you're helping him with that gi?
Yeah.
Morgan, are you doing anything productive or, like, specific for the night? Or are you just going to be like, screw you dudes, I'm going to sleep?
I'm helping with the report.
Okay. And Cassidy, I'm going to dangerously assume, is sulking in a corner.
Yeah.
So, night fell. Dawn breaks. Roll for Falling Dawn.
Oh no!
Roll reflex save for falling shards of dawn. The sun comes up. It's the next morning. How late, considering it was 3 a.m. about when we switch over to narrative time, how late were you guys up working on this report / researching Claire?
/ optimizing the route.
Lee
I would
doesn't need to
say,
sleep, so...
Neither does he, apparently.
like I said, it's when Guy goes, wait, I'm tired, I need to stop being hands.
You're called the Caffeine Crucible.
Yep, this is the caffeine and hate crucible. The caffeine and hate crucible.
They drink all their coffee black. Why? Because of the spite. Word kind of gets around. For the record, Mary Kathleen, your coffee recipe gets around as people filter in and out, and some people try it, and some people hate it, but some people start, oh god, this is terrible. Here, you gotta try this.
It's largely Guy flagging people down and handing them, drink this.
And you hold the gun on me while I drink. It is now known as Spectre Coffee.
Because it's pure spite.
It's pure spite.
Do some people start asking for the pigment in it to get the 5-hour energy?
I want a spike coffee, extra pigment.
No.
The next morning, when all of you are vibrating through walls, you can see sideways in time at this point. The next morning, it's about... What time do you guys decide you want to leave to go to her parents?
Like 11?
Okay.
What day of the week is this?
Okay.
I recommend we leave after 10, but before noon. That way we skip rush hour and we do not hit lunch traffic.
Question, in all seriousness, did you guys stay up the entire night?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Lee did.
Well, Lee can't sleep. Guy, you did?
Yeah.
You do not respire willpower. Lee, you get your 1 vitality and 1 willpower. Everybody who sleeps gets that vitality and willpower back. While you were awake, Cassidy, I'm choosing to share this with you now. The concoction that Mary Kathleen has made of coffee has now gone through the entire break room, and everybody at Orpheus is now referring to it as Spectre Coffee. And putting a shot of 5-hour energy in it is adding pigment to the Spectre Coffee. So,
No, it's just adding spite. Spectre Coffee, extra spite.
Yeah. At some point in the night, every electronic device starts to fizzle. Starts to get the everything that's putting out an auditory sound starts to get a little bit of a staticky hiss, and then you hear, "Hello, you spooks out there. This is Radio Free Death coming to you loud and proud. Banshees say that keep your head down. Storm the century. It's only gonna get worse from here. Stay free. Stay away from the specters. This is Radio Free Death, signing out." And it fades away, and everything else comes back to normal.
Look at the weather forecast. There's a storm coming.
No.
Like, not any weird meteorological events that anybody's talking about. Nothing.
Nope.
We have a little bit of downtime. I'm gonna go find. Was it Chet? Yeah, Chet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find Chet and see if he's awake.
Well, currently he's in a sleeper tube. His crucible is not there.
Okay. Is it bad form to leave a post-it note?
No. Hell no.
On a sleeper tube? Okay.
On the sleeper tube, yes. Giving a tech a note for when they wake up, that's totally not bad form. But actually going up and sticking it on the tube, that's bad form.
Okay. I'll flag one of the texts down because I imagine that would really piss somebody off.
Yeah.
And I don't have that much clout yet. Can you have Monsieur Mason just respond to this whenever he gets a moment? And all it says is, let's talk about the weather, Guy.
Okay. Anything else y'all are doing throughout the night?
I'll see if I can find any information on Lee and Cassidy's deaths.
Oh, right. You did that earlier. You already rolled successes on that. You find a report of a Mr. Lee Blaylock. You find his obituary. And you find the police report having to deal with his death. Self-inflicted gunshot wound at a location, and it gives you an address of an abandoned building that is very much downtown, in the seedier side of downtown.
Wayne, are you researching all the Crucible members?
No, I just want to figure out how those two died.
You don't find anything under the name Cassidy, but you do find stories linking to a description that's similar to a person who what Cassie looks like, of a Jane Doe who died as a part of a drug overdose.
All right.
But it's kind of one of those things where the more you dig, the place she was found, what happened, it doesn't really feel like a drug overdose. But that's as much as you can get from it.
Okay.
Anything else?
I'm sitting and pouting in the room, considering whether or not I'm going to spend the energy to try again, calling the number.
I've taken the folded number, by the way, and like put it in the Crucible's kind of has like a little barracks area, right?
Yeah.
I've put it in there and like pinned the wall.
Sleep. Report's done. Stalking complete.
Everybody who actually sleeps gets their willpower and vitality back. For the ghosts, you get one. And everybody gets one willpower back as well if you slept.
When the Crucible goes to sleep, I'm going to go scoot off to my bar for an hour or two, but try to make it back at a really early time before they get up.
Okay.
I'm actually just going to follow them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but that never stopped me before.
How do you follow him?
I can see him.
Yeah, his bar is like an hour
I get
away.
into a car.
Oh, you're getting into the
you
car.
can't get into and drive to it.
Never mind then.
All right. By the time you get there, it's closed. That doesn't really stop you. You spend your time there. You come back. We're gonna go ahead and jump ahead, unless anybody has anything to do that morning.
Just more Spectre coffee.
Okay. So that next morning, more Spectre coffee. More people are understanding the power of the Spectre coffee. And then you all get on the road. It takes you about, I want to say an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there.
I grumble under my breath about the traffic the whole way there.
I also grumble under my breath about the traffic the entire time while driving.
I will let one
go over my notes about Claire.
We'll let one of the living people actually sit in the front seat.
You arrive at a house. It's a very nice house, 2-story, very well manicured lawn, a very nice, this is a place where people take care of their houses. It is a very nice, gentrified community. It's not very urban. It's not far enough away from the city that you can't say you didn't grow up in the city, but it's not too close to the city, so you aren't growing up in the city. Very affluent, and it's that understated affluence.
That indicates real money.
Yeah. What do you do?
I drop the 2 living people off and politely drive the car around somewhere that I can park it, and then I lay down on the inside of the car and project into one of their, use the 0 vitality version of my ability and ride around on their shoulder.
Okay. You can just walk, too.
I could. Yeah, actually, I'll probably just do that.
But smelly homeless man?
No. Like as a ghost, he means.
Yeah, you could put
smelly homeless man is not wandering around an affluent neighborhood.
I will follow them as the spooky me, or as a ghost.
Yeah, I will wander around in ghost form. I'll shed the meat.
Go 0. All right, Cassidy, what are you doing?
I'm walking behind them. Golly gee willikers, guys. It looks like we've entered into Beaver Cleaverville.
Morgan and Kathleen, I am assuming you guys are just going straight up to the house?
Gonna stop, look, make sure we have the right address. Make it seem like, this is my friend's place. I've never been here before, but I think I have the right place.
Are you certain?
And then follow up to the door.
Okay, door's right there.
Knock, 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 knock. Do you want to build a snowman?
As a mom, I swear to God, please don't.
Sorry.
They don't really have to be some specters.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so you knock. It's quiet for a long time.
I really hope they're not at work.
There is a closed garage, but you obviously can't see in it. You hear a voice from inside. It sounds like a woman. Who is it?
Hi, we're looking for, I'm really sorry to bother you. Hey, who remembers the parents' names? Because Skittish has terrible memory.
William and Janice.
We're looking for William or Janice? We went to school with Claire?
There's a long pause, and you hear the rattling of a deadbolt and a chain. And the door opens. And on the other side is an older lady. Matches the pictures you've seen online. It is Janice. She looks very drawn and almost gaunt, but not quite. Like she missed a couple meals. She has graying brunette hair and is about 5'10", She's a little tall. She's wearing. She looks like a stereotypical housewife. She's wearing like jeans and a t-shirt, and her eyes look red.
Really sorry to bug you, miss.
Did you say you were friends of Claire's?
We went to the same school. We don't want to bug you, especially in your time of mourning. We're hoping you could help us out with a project we're doing.
What kind of project?
We knew how much Claire's music meant to her. And we teamed up with a artist, a musician, and we were hoping to produce some of her songs in her memory.
Like, do you want to record them and release them, or are you wanting to? Like,
no. We were going to get together with a few people who we believed would really be touched by her music and have a live performance.
She looks very conflicted about all of this. She's. I want this to be something that shows how beautiful my daughter was, and not have anything to do with that junk.
We would never try to make light of what happened to Claire. What happened to her touches everyone who came in contact with her. It was a tragedy that cannot be explained in words. And I can understand your hesitation of this. Please know that we will do everything and go above and beyond to never tarnish the memory of Claire.
Roll charisma and expression.
Could I do empathy instead?
Yeah, you can do empathy.
Question, as this is something dealing with my voice, can I minus 2 die?
Yes, your enchanting die works, so you're at a difficulty of 4. Wow. She looks at you, like, gives you the look of, I'm not sure if I can trust you. Does a lot of, like, you can all see the kind of internal battle she's having. She holds up a finger and says, "Wait here," and she closes the door.
I'm gonna slip in while the door's open.
Okay.
Follow her.
Okay. You follow her as she's sniffling. You can see like she's trying to hold back the emotion.
Is it Sense Lifeline that lets me detect fetters, or?
You can detect fetters or tethers in this system. You can detect tethers using Sense Lifeline, yes, but it only works on another ghost, and it only works with a ghost that's inside, that is in your nature.
Ah, right, okay.
She goes upstairs, and opens an attic. Climbing up inside, she starts rummaging through boxes. opens up one and takes a notebook out of it, and it's that stereotypical, bound notebook with the houndstooth black and white pattern on the front of it. And you can tell that this thing is old and been used a lot. There are scrawlings all over the outside. You can see there's been paper shoved into it, ragged edges, and she brings it down with her. And she goes back to the front door. She opens the door, and she's holding the notebook. Her knuckles are almost white as she's holding on to this notebook. And you can tell, all of you can tell, she is fighting to overcome the urge to give this over. And to hold on to this.
I promise once we're done, this will come straight back to you.
She tentatively offers it to you. Like, it's kind of one of those, I don't want to give you this, but I'm giving you this.
Gently take it. The whole time I'm trying to be very supportive, calming, like, what you're doing is a huge favor, and it's appreciated, and I'm still here for you if you need someone here. Does that make sense?
Yes. She gives you this look. She gives you a look and says, "If you have the opportunity to record the concert or whatever it is you're doing, I would like a copy of it."
Of course.
And then she quickly turns away and almost slams the door.
Morgan, do you know where Guy parked the car? Guy, where'd you park the car?
Good question.
Can't hear you.
Remind me, does recording actually hurt me, or?
Yeah, one bashing.
Yeah.
One unsoakable bashing.
Yep. Follow me. And so I just kind of stroll around to the corner to wherever the nearby gas station was that I parked the car and step back into my body.
Okay. It's very easy to just plop back in.
Yeah. So, okay. So where do we go from now?
Does anyone know how to play a guitar?
No.
Nope.
We go back. Cassidy!
I feel like I'm gonna regret this. But I kind of know a little bit, yeah.
Look, it's either we try you or I'm going to go back to Orpheus and watch a lot of YouTube tutorials.
How many dots do you have in performance, Cassidy?
Three.
Okay. Your performance is more dance, so I would assume in theory you could give it a shot. Anybody who has dots in performance could try it.
I have one shot. I guarantee nothing. Usually play the jukebox, not the guitar.
So my suggestion, and anyone else can suggest something else, we drive back, we go to the World of Darkness version of Guitar Central.
It's Guitar Central.
We go to Guitar Central and pick up a guitar.
Hell, we just jump on freaking Craigslist and pick up a guitar.
I mean, that depends. How much of Orpheus's budget do we really want to test?
Why don't we ask the guy that hired us if he's willing to do a memorial show for Chains?
I don't know how much of the budget we have left to spend after your beautiful shopping trip.
Necessities are necessities, okay, guy?
And I ripped out my skirt, so I don't think we can return that.
Look, just tell me where to drive. We're sitting in a car in a gas station. I'm getting stared at.
Start heading back home. Head to the office.
Yeah. All right, I start driving back to the office while I figure out what the
I'm
hell's
sure
going on.
someone has a guitar we can borrow. Like,
But who's gonna do it well?
see if anyone here can do it, and if we can't, then we'll hope that, our client will do it.
He's the one who's gonna perform it the best.
Yeah, but there's also that chance of him going, I hired you to take care of this ghost. Why haven't you done that, and why do I have to? I am a musician. I am a god. Did I do egotistical musician right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like
he
I don't
knows
even
the
know who
ghosts
you
are kind of real, so we could tell him this is kind of what needs to happen for her to move on.
I mean, you really want to feed the egotistical part, you could just tell him, if anything else, it's great publicity. Star gives semi-decent... Not a fan of his music. Star gives semi-decent performance in honor of poor dead girl. Can't
We
write
just
a better
told-
headline.
We just told her mother that we wouldn't make this into a circus. It's
It
not
wouldn't be a
just,
circus.
It's not just Claire we're helping with this.
It's not a circus. We're not hiring elephants.
Really? Because it sounds like we're suggesting putting a clown on stage.
You want to find someone else that can play a guitar? Find a cheaper clown.
Okay, is there anyone at Orpheus who knows how to play a guitar?
Don't you go to college? How many? Just walk around campus. There's got to be some douche sitting on the quad with a guitar trying to get laid. Someone must know 4 chords that they can pass.
Oh wait, they think that's actually gonna work?
Yeah.
I mean, not speaking out of personal experience, but sometimes it works. It's not a bad thing.
Seemed like more coming from personal experience. Alright, guy. Apparently to the university. Let's go ghost the quad.
So you guys head to the university. I'm assuming that's where Key drives.
Yes.
Okay. It is about lunchtime. At this point, you come up to the you come up to the university itself. Mary Kathleen, did we ever give a name to your university?
No, names are for suckers.
It's Miskatonic U then.
Raw universe.
You come up to the quad at Miskatonic, and there surprisingly there are no douchebags out playing guitar.
Really? They're probably all getting high right now.
It's lunchtime.
As
Munchy
my
break.
community
Gotcha.
college, there was always a douchebag with a guitar. It does not matter what time of day it was.
Okay, plan B. Guitar store and blow more budget and get yelled at later, or call the douchebag? This question is posed to you with usable hands, but you must make this decision.
I cannot play guitar.
Uno momento, por favor. I am looking to see what my background mentor allows me to do mechanically.
You can ask questions or ask for help from your mentor.
And I can give it a shot. I haven't done it. I may or may not have strummed a few chords here and there. But, how hard could it be?
I mean, we'll give it a try. College try. With that said, quickly pull out phone. Anyone on Craigslist selling their guitar because City College.
Tons of people are selling guitars.
Which one is the closest one to us? And the cheapest one toward.
I was going to say, you're in the middle of the quad. Like, they're all within walking distance. Cheapest one, you can find a guitar. We're going to kind of abstract this. You can find a guitar for about, the guy who's asking for it is asking $100 for it. That's the cheapest one you got.
Do I have $100?
What's your resources?
Well, I'm a college student.
I hand him $100.
Okay. Congratulations, you now have a guitar. It is written on, it's got stickers all over it.
Perfect.
Probably was a nice guitar at some point. It smells vaguely of pot. And
now
funk, hippie funk.
I air freshen the guitar.
Real question here.
Okay.
Real question. Good pot or like bad pot?
Danky ass shit, like bad pot.
No wonder this guy's selling it for like $100. He doesn't have the decency to buy good pot.
Yep.
Mechanics question.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be better for, would it be easier for me to play the guitar by manifesting and trying to play it, or by possessing it and manipulating it as the guitar?
Okay, if you possess the guitar using inhabit, you can make the guitar make the sound. If you do that, that would be easier because what you're doing is you're doing your crafts roll. You're doing your roll for inhabit.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
So yes, you could do that, and then somebody else could act like they're playing it and sing.
Okay, I think I can figure out the guitar side of it. Who can sing?
Would enchanting voice help me with this?
Yes. Do you have any dots in performance?
Nope. But I have it in expression, so I will put my soul into it?
You would need performance.
I have 3 performance and enchanting voice.
There we go.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. So in theory, the two of you can wait one believable singer.
All right, Cassidy, let's give this a shot.
Wait. So the two of them are going to use their stuff and do this. Is there actually a physical body that's being put in front of this, or is Cassidy going to manifest?
I'll end up manifesting.
Okay.
So you'll have to do 2 or above to fully manifest yourself. You also
I have to do the level 2 to be able to manipulate it, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. Yes. So this is doable. This is definitely something that you guys could do. You just need to find a time and a place for it at this point. The place should seem obvious.
Yeah. I guess let's get in touch with Chains and see if we can sign up for amateur night.
Hey, we already have a lead. Cassidy? I mean, aren't you friends with the bartender?
Oh, burn! Oh, completely.
There was no malicious. Like this is like you can do this, right?
That look.
I'm going to start reading through the notebook on the way, or having them flip the notebook on the way back so I can learn the damn songs.
She's got a lot of songs in there. The one that draws your eye is one that looks like it's been written over and changed and bust over the most is one second. Is a song that's called Lonely Place.
Oh, this one looks good as any. I guess let's head back and practice.
Sure. Let's do that.
Sure.
And apparently, at some point, I can get a hold of my friendly neighborhood bartender.
Yeah, I think
Just,
manifesting enough to be heard might help this time.
Yes.
So, from what you guys have researched and what you guys know, amateur night is every Thursday night. Which is also college ID night. So you can decide so you can either try to get in before then by convincing them that you can somehow, will not be an amateur, or you can wait a week.
Let's see if our employer can get us in. Someone with a voice that can use a telephone should make these phone calls.
How are you going about doing this?
Yeah, not me.
I feel like it was implied that I'm not an option there.
That
Yeah,
was
I
a
mean, you
legitimate
can't
point. That was
fine.
not trying to be a dick, by the way.
For the record, the word you're looking for is not employer, it's client.
Yeah.
Because your employer is Orpheus. He is your customer.
Didn't we contact him already? Doesn't someone already have his assistant's information?
I'm with you guys at this point.
I believe Morgan made the call last time, I think. Or no, wasn't it Mary?
Yes.
Okay.
Since you are the more sociable of us.
Okay. In our mission, is there any way of contacting our client?
Oh yeah, you can contact his people. You cannot contact him directly, but you can contact his people.
Okay, I will reach out to his people.
Okay.
To discuss that we've figured out the what's causing the problems and how to solve them. We just need some stage time to fix the problem.
What kind of stage time?
While she's working on this, I'm gonna go practice as the guitar.
Okay.
As you know, the last 6 months ago, a young woman passed in the
Right.
club, and we believe that it is her spirit haunting the club. We would like to do a tribute piece for the young lady.
All right. So.
We just need to perform a song.
All right. I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to Mr. Jonestown, see if he can arrange anything. Is this the number I can contact you back at?
Yes.
All right. I'll call you back as soon as we know anything. Hang up.
Like,
About 2-3 hours later, you get a phone call.
look at everyone like, someone want to pick this up?
Hello?
Hi, I was trying to contact Mary Kathleen O'Brien.
Yes, one moment, please. I'll put him on mute. He's for you.
Like a snake in my hands. Unmute. Hello, this is Mary Kathleen O'Brien.
Yes, this is Mr. Cavassini. I'm calling you on behalf of Mr. Jonestown.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cavassini. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I am specifically calling you in regards to, you're wanting some stage time and everything. It looks like we can do that. How does tonight at, let's see here, 9 p.m. sound?
Tonight at 9 would be perfect.
All right. So you're going to be on the bill. What act are you wanting to book for this?
Look at everyone like, please, someone make a suggestion.
Just book it as tribute to Claire.
No. Book it as Claire and whatever her name was. Like Claire, whatever her last name was.
Yeah.
It will be Claire and whatever Claire's last name was.
Lee looks at Cassidy. Do I need to go get our hearse again?
All right. We'll book it under that name. All right. We'll see you there tonight. The venue requests that you be there by 6 for a sound check, and then they open their doors at 8, and you will be on stage at 9.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Click.
Hang up as fast as possible.
How are we going to record this?
Phone.
All someone needs to do is pick up a recorder. We'll check one out. I'm sure Orpheus has one somewhere.
Do they let recording in the club?
We're backstage. Who's going to stop us?
All right.
Phone? I was just gonna pull out my phone and record it. Like, they do that.
True.
Yes.
What do I know? I'm just the guitar.
Okay.
Question.
Answer.
The answer.
Fucking smartass. How are you two, pointing at Mary, Kathleen, and Morgan, gonna show up and not have curious looks drawn after apparently your quick escape with, the bartender's drugs?
Oh, that's real simple. I'm assuming he won't remember us.
Maybe if we take, 2 inches off of the makeup, they won't be recognized.
I was just assuming bartenders, especially skeezy ones, don't remember all the girls that they try to have the sex with because of drugs.
Did she just say that?
The bartenders might not. I'm pretty sure the drug dealers will.
They were outside the whole time. Like, they saw us, but they were outside the whole time.
I'm sure it'll work itself out in the end. We can make this work.
That's always a great plan.
So,
Yes.
do I need to go borrow from Motor Pool B again?
Perhaps something less conspicuous.
The options are black sedan or we go shopping.
As long as there's not a hearse, we're good.
Find one of those last time. We had an ambulance. It worked.
What's wrong with a black sedan?
The sedan
Company
is fine.
plates.
Well, I suppose since we basically have a way in, we don't really have to con our way in, because
Yes.
we're actually
You're
showing up legit.
performers, so
Yeah, we can go just check a car out of the motor pool. Makes life easy.
Wait, does that mean I don't have to wear the god-awful shoes?
I mean, I still think you should.
No, you need the shoes. Otherwise, we're going to stand
now.
out.
I can't wear them now. I can't wear that outfit because if I wear that outfit, the drug dealers will remember me.
You could wear
This
an
is-
happy outfit.
This is real simple. You both wore different outfits. Switch outfits. We're good to go. Let's go.
Why don't we just wear all black and pretend we're stagehands?
That was my plan.
Well, I guess if you want to take the non-fun way.
Yes.
I go digging through my t-shirts and I pull up Pinterest.
as you do.
I make a creative t-shirt. Do good?
please tell me that her creative T-shirt is Michelle Pfeiffer's kitty sweater with black spray paint from Batman?
Well, is it?
Yes.
There you go.
Do good?
Yes.
I just turn and look at Morgan like, no, this.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go practice in my disguise, and go continue to practice as the guitar.
I'm trying to make you happy, Cassidy. How do I do this right?
I'll go in my closet, grab a black t-shirt, and just throw it at Mary Kathleen and say, here, wear this.
I'm just floored. We spent all that time. Okay, no, it's cool. I spent all this time making people look good. I give you tits, and you just go, no, you just don't want to. Okay, that's fine. That's
Pardon,
fine.
my hearing was playing up on me. Did you say tits or tips?
Yes.
Hey. Apparently, Cassidy is a Jewish mother.
You hear the guitar through the music. It's like the tits were appreciated.
Thank you. But if I wear that again, the drug dealers will know it's me, right?
You don't have to wear that again, but like, you could try. I mean, hell, I even had Guy looking decent last time. It was a good-looking cape, damn it.
I humored you the once. Never again.
My contributions are so underappreciated. You know what?
Hey, I already
I'm
voiced
gonna
my
go work with the
opinion.
talking guitar.
I appreciated the contributions. They were glorious.
So while they're practicing guitar, I'm going to Pinterest again. I'm taking my own black shirt, and I'm like, okay, you cut here, you do this weird thing. Like, there's actually a thing Skittish wants to do where you cut out the shape it looks like a skull, but you distress it so the back of the shirt looks like a skull. Mary Kathleen does that to a t-shirt. She grabs a pair of her jeans that she doesn't care about and makes them into cut-up short shorts.
All right.
She just grabs like a black t-shirt and some black fatigues and a pair of boots.
Okay.
And maybe something that says like security on it or, staff.
Okay. Those are all over the place at Orpheus.
Yeah.
I do good? I do good.
Yes.
So
What is that glorious musician going to be wearing?
she can't change.
I have one outfit.
She is the one outfit that she died in.
Yep.
Way to rub it in there, Lee. God.
You're just all kinds of tactful tonight, aren't you? I like very angrily flick the strings.
All
I
right.
don't know if it does. I'm hoping it does.
So that evening, you head to Shane's.
Sorry, guys. My dog really just wants to be part of the show, apparently.
That's fair. You show up on time, I assume?
Sure.
All right. Unless you guys have anything specific that you are going to do prior to the show, the actual sound check and everything like that goes without a hitch. Guys, if you guys want to actually sound check as yourselves, you're going to have to manifest. Or at least you will, Cassidy. We're kind of abstracting. Is there anything that anybody's going to do in the downtime between the sound check and the actual performance?
I'm just poking around and dead-eying things.
Okay. The bar itself is is your typical goth dance club. Loud music, lots of people. It's actually kind of it's Friday, so there's already a line at like 7 before they open.
Oh, it's a hopping club then, huh?
Yeah, this place it's hopping, especially because it's Jonestown's haunt, and he typically shows up on the weekends.
Would I say that Kate is my mentor, or who would be my?
I believe Kate was your mentor. Yes.
I will text Kate and ask her if I need to get, if this isn't enough, or if we need to get the spirit on stage to help her move on.
You get a phone call from Kate.
Hello?
Okay, so you're trying to sever a tether?
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of the teaching that we give you is theoretical because it's hard to kind of do this as part of boot camp. But what you're going to need to do is you don't necessarily... It's easier for the ghost to see it happen, but she doesn't necessarily... She just needs... He or she, whoever it is, they just really need to think it happened. They don't necessarily need to see everything.
Okay, so as long as she hears like this song, if it's possible if she hears this song on stage, she might move on.
Right, that is a possibility. But once it's established, you have to actually sever the strand yourself. And that takes a significant vitality boost from whoever is in her nature group.
Define significant.
Like, more than you think. More than you'll probably ever have to channel at any given point. It's a lot. You're having to break someone's emotional connection to the material world. Out of character, it's a 10 vite dump.
You're going to burn a lot of willpower.
I was about to say, I'm probably going to have to burn... No, I'm at 8 right now.
That just means that she has to be infused too.
Yeah.
Because somebody else can give her more... Because unless you are a Hugh, you can be infused up to 10.
I can give her the extra vitality.
Yeah. You're also going to have to be projecting when you do this. You can't just do it from your body, obviously.
Okay.
And be prepared because it's a bit of a high. And it's going to be really loud. You remember all those pings that go off?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a very real chance the entire city's going to feel this.
Gotta give it a good college try.
Just be careful. Call me when you're done, alright? I want to make sure you're okay. Alright, cool. Good luck.
Thank you. I will relay this to the rest of the group. With that said, though, there is a bit of a worry seeing as the drug dealers are ran by a ghost. He's gonna feel this.
It's fine. I'll deal with him.
You gonna eat him?
If you keep poking me about it, I'm going to eat you.
I was about to say, I think he's gonna do whatever he needs to do to make sure we're safe.
Exactly.
I mean, arguably, depending on the context, he meant that in. Yeah.
He turns and like flashes her the dirtiest smile. Just.
Aren't you the one with the nice long tongue?
Ah, bon.
Yeah, it's got quite an edge to it. Do you want to experience it?
Just remember you need to play me tonight.
Remind me to ask someone if all crucibles have this much sexual tension.
Please do not ask that from Mitchner's Crucible because there are only 2 girls in that Crucible and they're both like 16 years old.
I really specifically want to ask Mitchner this question.
Yeah, no.
Y'all need Jesus.
I met him. He mowed my lawn.
Weird. He built my hot rod.
Okay,
I
back
was
in the
more of a
guitar I go.
blur.
Okay, so before we do our concert, we're gonna take a 10-minute break.
Bueno.
Because it's about that time, and I'm pretty sure all of us need to have a bio break and everything like that. We're going to drop to our intermission screen if anyone has any questions about the game, or if anyone wants to just chime in and talk about random shit in the chat, please feel free to do so. Guys, we will be back in about 10 minutes just to see how good Cassidy can sing and how good she can finger Lee. So, we will be...
Phrasing.
So, we will be back in about 10 minutes, guys. And we are back. Oh, I completely forgot to fix my background. 1 second. Sometimes you forget things like that. That's actually not the bedroom. This is my office, library space. Anyway, so we left off with a concert about to happen. Isn't that the case?
Woot woot guitars.
Woot woot guitars. Right. So, it comes time. You step out on the stage. How are you going to do this? There are a whole bunch of people here. Like, it is packed, wall-to-wall people. And there's
I will enter gloriously in the hands of a musician.
Okay.
Musician being a very loose term.
I think I had a dream like that the other night.
Entering
I
in the
didn't
hands
say
of a musician.
anything about Cassidy being loose. That's all you.
Whoa.
Wow.
There's a line.
Here's the line. Here's where everyone else is. Here's where you are.
And I want to put out for the record, Cassidy is a professional, okay? She knows how to do Kegels. Thank you.
Alright. Not that it matters anymore because she's dead.
Which brings up an interesting question. Can manifest ghosts have sex?
Yes, they can.
They damn well better be able to.
Yes, they can. It is definitely possible, and it's just like being alive. For everyone
Or
involved.
else Cassidy would have to take the night watch vows, and so her long watch has begun.
No. Cassidy's definitely making sure she can still have sex, otherwise I took that lust flaw for nothing.
Oh no, you definitely can. So you are there are people, they're all milling about. The music dies down, like the canned music dies down. An announcer gets out on stage. It says, "Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a special performance that we're doing in tribute to somebody who is not with us anymore, unfortunately. Our friend Claire. She specifically asked that a song be played for her, and so we're going to go ahead and honor that request tonight. So, if you will give us give us your attention, we have somebody who's going to play for us one of Claire's songs, specifically called The Lonely Place." There's kind of a smattering of applause.
While they're doing the introduction, I'm looking around to see if I can find the blip.
She is in the back green room, crying. Sorry, go ahead.
During that introduction, actually, because I know where she is,
Mhm.
I could take Eve, and I'm trying to break her out of her cycle.
Okay. Make a. Let's see. You're gonna have to do another Misery Lives Company because it's been a day.
And you can only do that if you have the same group, right?
Yes. You can go to Detect Nature group, but you guys already know that she's a banshee. And you can do Misery Loves Company. Let's see, I'm sorry, I'm looking up those rules. That's page 149. To kind of, basically to sit and push yourself into her narrative. for lack of a better term. And it's a 1 vitality expenditure.
Okay, I will drop the meat,
Mm-hmm.
and I will. Do I spend vitality to drop the meat?
You don't have to in a non-combat situation. If combat breaks out, then you can drop the meat. You can spend a vitality to drop the meat as a reflexive action.
Okay, so I'm just going to do the one where I don't have to spend for that.
Okay. So you're able to just kind of drop your body and come right back up.
And I spent for Misery Loves Company.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to talk to her to see. I don't really want to spend any more vitality because I'm going to need a lot.
Right. Role play it out. You can role play it out, or you can roll for it. Which would you prefer?
Claire, it's time.
Time for what?
Don't you know your name? During when he's announcing,
Mm-hmm.
The song, and I'm going to try to time this around when he says that A Lonely Place will be played. So near the end of his speech.
Give me 1 second. She's gonna make a roll. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm getting. Almost dropped something. That is the wrong variable.
I hate when I get my math screwed up.
Yep, all the maths are wrong. Everything you know is wrong. She kind of perks up as she hears her name and kind of looks at you like with this kind of hopeful expression on her face. She doesn't have words.
Are you ready?
Oh, sure. Am I going on stage, or like what's going on?
Someone's going to go on stage because it might be a little difficult for them to hear you. They're having problems with the mic. There was only one that they could use.
Okay.
But they're going to be playing your song, and you are being credited with it.
Oh. Okay. So do you want me to stay here, or do you want me to go in the audience, or where do I need to go?
Why don't you and I go stand in the wing, and we'll see.
Okay. All right. She stands up. You see she's still kind of clutching her artifact guitar like to her chest. And she comes out kind of timidly to the wings. So let's see. Guys,
is it an acoustic or an electric?
She is carrying an electric. She is carrying a like it's a white electric guitar. Think Joan Jett kind of
nice
guitar.
Nice.
So you come out, or she's coming out. She's in the wings. You guys have been introduced. Cassidy, roll with it. How do you come out? Like, how do you do this?
Cassidy walks out carrying the lead guitar.
All right, spend the vitality for the man.
Oh yeah, gotta. That's
Already done for the inhabit.
Okay.
two.
I'm finishing up setting up the camera and going and standing by Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to appear fully human, you have to do the 3.
Okay, so I spent the 3 vitality and manifested to carry the guitar out there, and I walk out and kind of just walk up to the mic.
What is your appearance? Like, what's your appearance stat? Like, how many dots do you have in appearance, Cassidy?
3.
3. Okay.
Do you have any merits associated with that too? like striking appearance or something like that.
I have sexy.
Ah, okay. So the moment that Cassidy walks on stage, Claire looks at you, Mary Kathleen, and says, "Oh my God, is she a professional?"
Of a sort.
Yes. Yes, she is.
All right, so somebody, you walk out.
She basically already introduced, so I just walk up and go to Mike and this song was very special to Claire, and I'm very happy to share it with everybody.
Okay. So roll your charisma performance.
And I am trying to,
difficulty 6.
and I am trying to sync up the guitar playing with her hand motions and performance.
Okay. Actually, is that a roll for you to do that, or you just
It's
do you
a
just do
roll
it?
for me to actively manipulate it.
Okay, make
It's
that
a
roll
stamina
first.
craft.
Make that stamina crafts roll first. And guys, this would be a time for willpower.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna drop the meat and use my benefit to bump his stamina by 2. That's from the Juggernaut.
Awesome. Spend your vitality. Lee, you get 2 extra dice on that roll, so that's a total of 4 successes. You pull it off. This is going to be an assist. So, Cassidy, you're going to roll your charisma performance, plus an additional 4 dice. You have enchanting voice, so you're also at a -2 to difficulty. So your difficulty on this is going to be 4.
Ooh! Wow! I can't help you. I don't have anything that boosts socials.
You've already used your benefit.
And that.
I'm pretty sure I'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just a bit.
She is professional.
I'm gonna drop a dot of will to give me my first vitality and then a boost of 2. Correct?
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Which gives me all of the vitality I need for this.
Okay. So you're playing. How many successes was that? 7? Jesus.
7.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You're playing.
5 is an exceptional, so.
Yeah. You immediately start, and you start getting into this rhythm. And this is the song, by the way, that we're playing now. You're getting into this rhythm, and you see the entire club is kind of swaying and getting into it. As it goes along, very much like what Crow's doing right now. They really are getting into it. As the rhythm starts to come in, she starts they start moving as well. About this point in the song, you start seeing lighters come out. And I don't mean phones, I mean actual cigarette lighters are coming out.
He has like a little hidden lighter. It's like kind of low down.
So Morgan and Mary Kathleen, what are you guys doing while this is happening?
I'm looking at Claire and seeing if this is working.
Claire is vibrating, like so happy, excited, like just like oh my god, this is happening. She is so happy.
And if I can, I'm gonna try to sever this tether.
It's not fully done yet.
Okay, I am going to wait then and prepare, spiritually ready myself for what I'm about to have to do, because this sounds pretty hardcore.
Right. Morgan, what are you doing?
I'm standing there watching and making sure everything's going off without a hitch.
Fair enough. The entire place is watching them now. Guy and Morgan, you catch the fact that you can catch Janestown. He is up on the balcony and he is like fucking zeroed in on Cassidy right now. Just like he is stuck in this song and cannot get away.
Cassidy might get laid tonight.
Maybe, I mean.
I'm keeping an eye out for like ghost shit as well.
You do see that some people, so there are like people who seem to be more entranced than everyone else. Who seem to be looking at the guitar like, what is going on? How is this even happening?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Now that the song is over, everyone cheers. Like everybody is on their feet, just cheering, clapping. They are fully into it. Claire is just like, you think if she was still alive, she would probably have fainted at this point. You can now sever the strand.
One day she lost her soul. Now this place she calls home.
And what is the die pull for that?
You don't roll, you just do it.
Okay, I sever the strand.
Roleplay it.
Claire, it's time. The world's heard it. Everyone knows your song. But this is not your place anymore.
You'll make sure that my mom knows I love her, right?
She already knows that. But I'll tell her again.
You spin the tin light, and everybody with dead eyes sees this. There is a moment that washes out from the stage, like just a straight, like a wave of light, and but it's not harsh. It's not like bright, blinding as much as it's just a wave of light that makes you feel right with the world. Like everything that you have just done is the way things should be.
Oh.
So, as this happens, at the same instant that the wave of light hits all of you, Mary Kathleen, you spin the 10 bite, you gain it right back. You are suddenly back at 10, and that 10 dot ping just goes off.
Yeah, I imagine that's the equivalent of like an air raid siren going off. It's not like a ping.
It's not a ping, it's loud. For everyone else, Guy, Lee, Morgan. Actually, I'm going to say Morgan, you and Guy lose 5 dots. Like full 5 dots worth of spike.
I didn't think that the severing the strand worked on anybody but the person who did it.
No, it works on whoever contributed.
Oh.
And it's based off of how much you contributed to it.
Okay, so is that 5? So 5 points. Okay, not dots, but points.
Yes, points. 5 points.
Does that eat away at established points as well?
Yes.
Or okay. You
basically lose 5. Lee, you and Cassidy, you lose a rank of spite. Erase an entire rank of spite.
Damn. Okay.
That's the idea, is you have lost this spite entirely. And Mary Kathleen, you may also lose a rank of spite. Yes, and that night Gee's heart grew 2 sizes. Which is bad, because fucking that's an enlarged heart is bad for you. That'll kill you.
Really.
I was
Especially
about
with all the
to
caffeine.
So Christmas isn't saved?
No,
Nope.
Christmas is not safe. Give me 1 second here.
If you missed it, Cassidy, you and me lost an entire rank of spite.
Because you contributed greatly to sending her on.
Hey.
You finish playing. Everybody's cheering. Everybody is just on their feet, clapping, cheering, dancing, singing.
I'm waiting for the whispers.
There are none.
Creepy.
It is deathly silent. You can almost sense in the whispers itself, you can sense you have offended them.
Oh.
However, you do notice a couple of ghosts, two guys and a ghost come in from out of the back, from specifically behind the bar. They are dressed like typical gangbangers, loose, ratty clothes, torn up jeans, bandanas that obviously have gang colors. Mary Kathleen, you and Morgan recognize these are the guys from last night. These are the guys who you bought the drugs from, technically. They burst in and they're looking around like they have no clue what's going on. They almost look blinded. Like somebody had a flashbang.
I'm still outside of my meat, by the way.
Yes, you are. They're kind of blinded right now. They don't know what they're doing.
Alright, I'm gonna poke Morgan and Mary Kathleen. Go.
I'm gonna go back to my body.
Okay.
Like ripcord, or you're just gonna walk back?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the recorder and then follow Mary.
Okay.
Because I'm in my body. I'm just gonna follow her to make sure she gets there.
All right. Cassidy, Lee, what are you doing?
I'm in the guitar. I'm staying in the guitar.
Fair enough.
I absolutely abandoned the guitar backstage, and I made my way out to go pick up some tail. I head straight for the bar to see if my bartender is working.
That was my guitar!
Ignoring everything else that's happening in our mission, and I'm going to see if my bartender's there while I
Like
still
a good
have an
stagehand,
active
I'm
body.
going to go pick up the guitar.
Okay.
The guitar thanks you on the way out. Thanks.
You pick up the guitar and run it backstage. The bartender is there. He is kind of... He seems very starstruck as you walk up.
I'm not going to make this mistake again. Hey. So, hi.
Hi.
No.
This is the voice.
That was pretty amazing there.
Oh, well, that was nothing.
Did you know Claire, or did you, like...
I knew a little bit of her.
Wow, like... she should feel really honored if she can. I don't know if she can at all, but I mean, it's pretty amazing what you just did.
Well, thanks. Could something amazing like that get a gal a drink?
Oh yeah. What would you like?
Your pick. Whatever you think I'll like the taste of.
Phrasing. He kind of turns around and starts looking at the bar. He starts to slowly make a drink. You can see he's still kind of starstruck. What are the rest of you guys doing at this point?
Well, I'm making sure the guitar has been secured in its case and everything, and then I'm wandering around trying to find Mary Kathleen and Morgan to make sure that they get out of the building while keeping an eye on the gangbangers.
Yeah.
Once the guitar is officially put away, I will exit the guitar and follow and support Guy.
Okay. Mary Kathleen, Morgan, what are you guys doing?
I leave it. I don't know if I'm leaving. I don't know if these gangbangers know who I am, and I am not going to risk gangbangers, doing whatever gangbangers do when you steal their drugs.
Okay.
Making the way to the door.
Okay. So they're leaving. Lee, I'm assuming you said you're with Guy. Guy, what are you? You can tell that Mary and Morgan are leaving. You have lost Cassidy.
Oh no, I know where she is, or I have a very good guess of where she is. I put the guitar in the car, and then I go back in to go find Cassidy.
All right. So as he's doing that, your bartender just made you an old fashioned. And when I say he made you an old fashioned, he did everything by hand. Mixing everything, measuring everything just right.
Did he put the egg in it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's done everything correctly. Wait, an old fashioned has...
An old fashioned has an egg in it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You very rarely find places that make it that way.
Fair enough. So he offers you the drink, and it's got the twist of lemon and the cherry. It looks very pretty.
Well, look at these skills. You are far too good for this place.
Pays the bills.
Correction, I was thinking of whiskey sour.
Fair enough. Anyway, he made it good. It's a good drink.
Wait, whiskey? Are you saying a whiskey sour has an egg in it?
Yep.
Since when does a whiskey sour have an egg?
That's the old way of making it. 2 ounces of whiskey, 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon sugar, 1 egg white. It is really tasty.
I was about to say, an old-fashioned is bourbon, bitters, and a sugar cube with water.
Well, soda water.
Yeah. And he's got the orange slice and the cherry in there. Anyway, focusing back on we've established she's made a very good drink. Whether or not she likes it is something else entirely.
She has no intention of actually drinking the drink. She just takes the cherry and pops it in her mouth along with the stem.
Mm-hmm. And he kind of was like, well then. Is it... Should I put more alcohol in it or less alcohol in it or...
Hmm? And she pulls out tied cherry stem. Like you didn't see it coming.
Cassidy is nothing if not part of the one of the classics. Okay, so he kind of looks at it and goes, I've heard about that. I have never seen that done ever. I've seen a whole bunch of drunk tricks try it. It's never worked.
Well, I think you need to keep company around a much better class of chicks then.
At this point, Guy, you walk up.
Hello.
Hi. Can I get you something, sir?
Yes. How do you call it? A White Russian? Yes, White Russian.
I can do that. And he looks back at you, Cassidy, and says, "Don't go nowhere."
Forgive me. I know you from somewhere. Your voice is very familiar.
If looks could kill right now. Have you ever heard that phrase? If looks could kill.
I'm sorry, madam. Do we know each other?
No. No, please, by all means. Order your drink, sir.
He goes to... He's looking at you, Guy, but it's like he's trying to place you. Wait, didn't you call... Like, he's making your drink. Didn't you call me to order a pizza?
Ah, yes! It was a wrong number.
How drunk were you?
Not very.
You must have been high
I'm
as
new
shit,
here.
then.
I'm just very new here. Jane, darling, turning and looking at Cassidy, I think we need to go back to work.
Well, before you interrupted, I was working, and it was working very well.
I see. So you are, how do I say, on the job. I just kind of look pointedly at the bartender.
He is not paying any attention to you. He is making your drink. And he brings it right up to you with almost a flourish.
Bon. And slip him some money.
Mm-hmm.
Sit there and just stare at Cassidy and...
Trying very hard to ignore him. Ignore the fact that I am well
Can you
aware
ignore
of
the smell?
Can you ignore this?
She's dead, so she can't spell. The bartender, on the other hand,
you have full access to all of your
all
of your senses when you are dead.
I am leaning ever closer to my drink, so the alcohol.
War Fox, the dial on the left side, friends. And what was your name tonight? Was it Jane? Molly? I forget what you call yourself.
I'm okay with you forgetting.
I'm sure you are. Needless to say, we have to go back to work.
Tell me, cutie, when do you get off? Look at the bartender now.
Well, he kind of looks at you, gives you a smile, and says, "Whenever I want." But when I leave work is around 3:30.
Well, you keep your night open for me, and whenever you want, could happen around 4.
You have my number.
That I do.
Finishes the White Russian and puts it down.
Just gonna elbow Guy, and then get off the bar stool.
And then get
Fine.
off the bar stool.
We're gonna go.
And she's done.
All right. So, I assume that you two then leave.
Yes. Probably while she's looking incredibly dirty at me and I'm just smug.
Levels of smug here, just
It's a cloud. You know, some cities have a smog problem. Guy just has a smug problem.
He also has a smog problem.
All right.
I hate you so much right now. I'm like muttering curses under my breath.
Oh, by the way, that was an amazing White Russian, and it was an amazing old fashioned.
Oh yeah. Any other time, no problem. But we are on the clock.
Yeah, I was putting the clock to good damn use.
No.
Take out the L.
I'm just waiting for the tongue to come out.
One person got what I said under my breath.
No, we all got it. We're just judging you quietly.
Then you're doing it wrong. So you make it back to the car where the girls and Lee are.
I look at her, I look at Guy. The hell did you do? I haven't even made her that mad.
It is a rare talent.
Chain me, oh master, and get into the car.
And back home, yes. We can turn in our report, cash in our checks, and I believe some of us have dates.
Wouldn't have had to have a date. I could have just been done. We could have taken care of it now. But no. Mr. I'm gonna eat everything decided to eat up my fucking good time.
You are wearing dangerously thin on my patience.
No, that's dangerously thin
Cassidy,
clothing.
If he was
I know you have
done
trouble with
already,
English.
wouldn't you be bored?
I didn't catch that.
Looking through the notebook, Cassidy, if he was done already, wouldn't you be bored?
Guy, either you start this car or I start the car. Let's go.
And away we go. And away we go.
All right. Takes you very little time to get back to Orpheus HQ. For the record, even the entire drive there, you guys are sniping at each other, or you're silent the entire way. You still have not worn off that warmth, that amazing feeling from what you did.
What about that quiet?
It slowly returns. It's one of those things where you didn't notice it until it was back at full, and you didn't know how long it had been back at full.
Okay.
It's back to its conspiratorial tone. You make it back to Orpheus HQ. It is later in the evening. Where do you guys go from here?
I take the car over to the motor pool and turn it back in.
I give Kate a call, unless I can find her, because she requested me to inform her what happens.
Okay. She answers the phone. Hello?
We were able to help the girl to her final resting place. I will make sure to write it up in the mission report.
I request either Guy or Morgan to go with me, because I need someone to carry the guitar back.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, I did to the room.
Everything went okay with that? Everything went fine?
Everything went fine. There was a mild worry of me and Morgan being made by the gang that's pushing pigment out through chains. However, I do not think we got spotted.
Right. Just be careful around there in the future. I don't think any of your Crucible mates should hang out there for the foreseeable future. It's completely up to you guys. I have no power to stop you, but it's
a very dangerous thing. Right. We don't know how connected these gangbangers are.
Right. And if pigment gangs are some serious business, so
I don't know how soon we're going to have a beach. I do need to return, though, the recording along with the artifact we took.
You guys have been
to
on
her
for
parents.
a while, so we're probably gonna. You'll find out what the whole beaching schedule is tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you, and I will be sure. Do you want me to email the mission report to you?
No, just send it on to, who briefed you? Was it
Mitchner.
Chet or Mitchner? Okay, yeah, send it on to him. He'll send it up the chain. He's kind of become, at this point, your unofficial handler. He's gonna help you guys transition. Cut him some slack, though. He and his Crucible are they've been busy lately, so. But make sure that you get everything to him, and he'll shoot it up the chain. If you have anything, feel free to call me, call him. But I gotta get back to work. My Crucible is we caught ourselves into something right now, so we need to focus on that.
Okay, be careful. I hope it's not a red level.
No, nothing like that. We don't think. But I'll let you know, so you don't worry.
Okay, thanks, Kate. And hang up the phone.
Exactly.
And then I guess I'm gonna go tell the rest of the Crucible that we're not supposed to go back to chains in fear to get made by a pigment gang that can still, interact and harm ghosts.
Wop wop.
What do you guys do?
Wait in the rec room because that's typically where we end up doing reports. So.
Yep, I go find it. Yeah. After we put the guitar in our barracks room, whatever, I'll go with Guy to the rec room.
Okay.
I'm very angrily typing a new chapter to my fan fiction.
Go to the rec room because I kind of want to roleplay having to tell Cassidy, by the way, the higher ups.
See how long it tries to talk Lee into taking the car out.
Hey guys, I just got off the phone with Kate, letting her know what happened. We still have to do the mission report. However, they do not want us going back to chains. They're worried because of our recent activity we've been made, and it could cause problems with us getting attacked, possibly, I don't know who's ever worked with these types of companies before. Like, they black bag us and torture us for information, right? That's how that works?
On the lighter end, yes.
And because they have a ghost, they can possibly do that to ghosts too. I don't know how tortured ghosts feel, but I'm gonna guess it's unpleasant. I'm guessing torture among every form of life form is just unpleasant. So yeah, chains, no go.
Man, Cassidy is just staring at me angry as shit.
Stop mid-type.
Yeah, that's okay. Chains wasn't any fun anyways.
I don't know. They made a damn fine drink.
Yeah, I need to get you over to my bar. They're not half bad either, and the booze are cheap.
Oh, that's the thing I like. Cheap.
You know what your bar's lacking, though? Bartenders I want to bang.
Drink enough. I'm sure one of them will flop along.
I mean, you have his number. You could meet somewhere not the bar.
Just kill all the fun. Just kill all the fun of it.
I mean, probably not here. You gotta go to his place.
Am I mutating into Londa Malari? Is the accent slipping?
Slightly when it comes to alcohol. It's not something to feel bad about. I mean, it sounds good.
Cassidy, are you okay?
I don't want to go back to his place. I don't want to be alone with a stranger like that. You're supposed to be public enough that it's safe to be with them and not public enough that you can be with them.
Yours must have been a fascinating life.
I'm not going to talk about it.
You hear from a couch nearby, ouch.
Who is it? Is it?
Turn around to identify said voice.
You see a ghost, or at least a spirit of some type. You can't really tell. He doesn't look like a Hugh. Basically laying on the couch. He's got his hands behind his head. And he's wearing a suit. But he's just kind of leaned back like this, dark hair kind of slicked back.
Keen recognition. Have I seen him before?
Yes, those of you with keen recognition or eidetic memory would recognize him. This is Sinclair.
Hello, Monsieur Sinclair.
I couldn't help but overhear. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're not very quiet nor subtle.
No. And from what I understand, you're the inventors of Spectre coffee.
Yes! Would you like some? That is
Turns and looks at you.
I don't know. Maybe he would like to manifest and try Spectre coffee.
Yes, by all means, manifest so you can try the coffee that's going to murder probably everyone from heart attacks.
Well,
It doesn't have the 5-hour energy in it yet. They're fine.
No, they were ordering it with extra spite. They've been getting the 5-hour energy drink as well.
Crap, we either need to start charging people or the company needs to start buying this because this is my personal stuff.
What do you mean start charging?
Where's my cut? He invented
Talk to me
this.
later.
Sinclair
So
just
that
kind of, shakes his head.
So that explains the shoebox in the room.
I thought that was drugs.
It is of the caffeine variety.
It is drugs. It's definitely drugs. Totally drugs.
Most potent drug there is. Money.
Alright, so what are you guys doing for the rest of the evening?
Typing up the report.
Spectre coffee and typing up a report.
Giving Cassidy a hard time in as many non-subtle ways as possible.
Well, Cassidy
Leaving
wishes
that-
somebody else was giving her a hard time.
Leave the nettling to Guy and helping with the report.
I mean,
Once-
Guy's a skin writer. I can juggernaut.
You might need a
Morgan,
nose plug.
Morgan, what are you doing?
Helping with the report.
Okay.
Trying not to think about juggernaut.
Okay, so if nobody's doing anything else in the evening, morning comes. Everybody who slept or rested gets 1 vitality back, gets 1, unless you're in your body, in which case you get more than that. And everybody gets the 1 willpower back.
I was curious, how long does the 10 vitality I got last?
Until you spend it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're overcharged for
You
a
are-
while.
Yeah, you're overcharged until you spend it. You will not respire back to your max because you're past your max. Once the place begins waking up again, you are called in for another briefing report.
Show up on time this time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, show up on time. Smoking.
Spectre coffee.
I'm
2 shots
intentionally
of
walking
spite.
in last. I'm intentionally walking in last, still glaring at Keith.
How about you, Morgan?
Stumbling in with a cup of coffee, just sit down and.
Have a sip of this.
Oh God!
Waiting for you in the room is Mitchner. He is currently out of body. But he is manifested.
What's the colloquial term for putting somebody in the tube?
Going to sleep. I believe there is a term, I don't know it off the top of my head right now.
Okay. See, they put you under again. So soon?
Yeah, we had... Well, here's the thing. There's reasons for that. And that's why these file folders are out here.
Ah.
Normally, we would beat you guys now. You guys have been on for a bit. Believe it or not, you guys have had, what? One real mission, but then you took one on your own. As far as Orpheus is concerned, we can rely on you guys.
Okay.
A little
So
terrifying.
I see a number of folders in front of us. Are these different or all the same?
They're all the same, but before we get into that, Orpheus has authorized me to give you all a raise.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Give you a raise.
Bon.
Everybody who has resources Orpheus, add a dot. If you did not have resources Orpheus, add a dot.
What if you're dead?
If you are dead, then the money that is going to whomever is now getting more money. And we can work out like how that affects like memorials and stuff like that at a later date. But right now, for the purposes of tonight's game, that's what's happening.
Bon.
Because you guys do good work, and that's what Orpheus cares about. Which is one of the reasons why we have this one lined up for you guys.
And what is the mission?
You guys give me 5 seconds here. This is out of character. I'm going to link you guys the document.
No, I will not give you 5 seconds. I am an unreasonable asshole.
Well, that's a given.
And I play an unreasonable asshole.
I'm an asshole.
Happily give you that because I'm gonna, if it's okay, I'm gonna go grab my food that's been sitting in the kitchen.
Yeah, do that.
ASSHOLE.
Alright. So I linked that in Discord so you guys can download it when you're ready. Well, we've got a difficult mission lined up for you guys.
This isn't the code red at the university, is it?
No.
That one's already taken care of.
Oh, no. You want an extract?
It might turn into that. Espionage mission. Because of what you found at Chains, we have reason to suspect Terrell and Squib might be funding pigment dealers. Not just funding, but funneling drugs to pigment dealers. Obviously, we can't bring this up to the authorities simply because, well, there's too much oversight. And this is all circumstantial anyway. But we have reason to suspect Terrell and Squib are trying to destabilize the entire market. To that end, we have a person who's in Terrell and Squib. She's a contact. She's worked for them for a while. Unfortunately, last time we spoke, when I say we, I mean Orpheus, not I. Last time Orpheus tried to contact her, they were interrupted mid-meeting. This was in a Skype call. A secure Skype call, if there is such a thing. So, we don't know what's going on. We don't know where she is. We have no info on her. But there is no reason to believe that our normal dead drop won't happen. There will be a meeting with your Crucible and her. You are to arrive, ascertain if Miss Michaels is still on our side, or at the very least is still alive. And you will need to make the ruling in the field about whether or not she needs to be pulled out, or if her cover remains intact. Now, I need to make sure that you are aware that corporate espionage is not exactly legal. But we are dealing with something quite different and above normal legality.
I would like to roll either a wits or an intelligence and law test to see if that holds fucking true.
Do you guys ever send us on a legal mission?
Chains was a legal mission.
No, it wasn't. We
We
were
had to
buying
get
drugs.
You did not fund drugs. According to your report, in fact, you got the drugs for free.
So
I off-court flirt.
We stole drugs. How was any of that legal?
Wait, I
You
stole?
got them off the street. You're vigilantes. Be happy about that.
Vigilantes are illegal.
Roll me... Give me 1 second here.
Is it intelligence or wits?
You're trying to ascertain what he's telling you, so it's gonna be wits? Or are you just trying to think law, like, in the law it states this? Or are you trying to be like, is he telling me the truth?
I'm trying to determine if what he says lines up with what I understand of that kind of law.
Yeah, intelligence plus law, then.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
That's right, motherfuckers. Guy knows the law.
It is what he is telling you is true in the sense that it is illegal to commit corporate espionage.
Yes, the second part of it is the part where I'm like, ah!
Oh yeah, he is pretty much trying to, what you can get out of him is he's pretty much trying to say, look, we're dealing with ghosts. We're in a gray area. And in a sense, he might be correct in the sense that the law has not caught up to the tech and this way of thinking. But the whole idea of corporate espionage and going in to literally pull someone out or put someone in is definitely illegal.
I see here in the intel summary, spook, lethal ammo, and Kyrillian goggles. I am unfamiliar with these pieces of technology. Or rather, yes, let's just go with that.
So, Kyrillian goggles are goggles. Literally, have you ever seen is it Ghostbusters? The goggles that one of the characters wears that lets him, like, track ghosts and such?
Yes, like night vision, but for ghosts.
Kind of, yeah. If you wear them and you don't have dead eyes, you can see ghosts. There's a similar device called a Kyrillian camera, of which we at Orpheus have just purchased a whole lot of, and here in the not too distant future, we're going to start installing all over the campus, so that we can make sure to keep track of anybody who might be coming in and out that we need to keep an eye on.
Yes, and the spook lethal ammo.
Somehow it's made the same way Kyrillian cameras or Kyrillian goggles are made, aka we aren't sure, but there's some kind of connection. Spook ammo. You know how if you're a ghost and you get shot with a bullet, it doesn't really hurt because it just passes right through you. This treats you like you're alive.
So you're saying I shoot someone with this, or somebody shoots me or a member of my crucible with this, and they have the very real potential of dying?
Yes.
I see.
I don't like this whole dying again thing. I did it once, and I don't think I liked it.
Hang on, they have bullet vest things for real bullets. Isn't there something we can get for that?
Orpheus is currently in the process of researching such material right now. However, there has been nothing conclusive that has been made.
Reading the briefing, it's unlikely that we will run into this, but it's part of the threat advisory.
It's something to worry about. If she has turned, and if this is an ambush, then you need to be advised that Terrell and Squibb agents may be on location. They may be using this equipment.
Yes.
However, you will not be doing this alone.
Oh?
My Crucible, Kate's Crucible, and Sinclair are all going to be involved in this.
This is a 4-crucible operation.
Oh, 3 Crucibles and 1 free agent.
Ah.
Kate's Crucible is on the sheriff. Not all of you are in the military yet. Quick reaction force. If something happens and you need help, somebody can send up a flare and they'll come in. My Crucible will be set up in Overwatch. We're going to make sure that nothing happens to you. We are your backup. Your on-site backup.
What's the expected reaction time for QRF to get in place?
For Kate's Crucible, we're looking at close to an hour. Depending on where
An hour from when we set off to actually being on site. That's a lot of time.
It will take you an hour to get there. If you are talking about specifically when they're going to get to you, they will be in the area. It'll be sometime between 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay. And the freelancer?
Sinclair is going to go with you. For all intents and purposes, he will be a part of your Crucible for this. He is going to work with you to try and watch. He's a very, very talented projector. There's a reason he doesn't have a Crucible. Well,
I see.
There's partially reasons why he doesn't have a Crucible. He's a freelancer. The man built his own sleeper tank in his garage.
I see.
He is also one of the few people who miss Michael's trusts. We plan to use that.
Well, very well. Do we need to discuss the details? It seems like everything is fairly cut and dry. It's more how do we ourselves get there and how do we ourselves extract at the end? Or should anything go sideways?
We will be on site. Call me or anyone in my Crucible. And Haas would probably be the best person to contact before you go. We will get on site and then give you the all-clear to move in. Sinclair is already here. He's probably in the break room. So discuss with him about how you want to do this.
What's the bailout signal?
If you need help from Kate's Crucible, then you will let one of us know in our Crucible. We'll send a message back.
Would you recommend us doing this for those living in their meat suits or spiritually?
That's up to you. Any other questions?
No, I'm fairly satisfied. Anyone else?
I'd need to look over the routes and see what our best options there are, but other than that, nope.
Fair enough. No, I think we will go and find Sinclair and discuss.
Yes,
it's not a classroom.
So there's technology we may be faced with. We're getting something too, right, to protect ourselves?
What do you need?
Looks over at the people who clearly may have been in this situation before, i.e. Guy and possibly Lee. We need.
They don't have what we need.
Maybe an armored vehicle if things go sideways and you take your flesh suits, but other than that,
we have those.
I think this is more up your
We were
alley.
you were going to get one.
This is the question. Can we access one?
I just told you we have them, and I was assuming you were going to use one.
Ah, okay.
Yes, the things I'm anticipating that we will need: zip ties, black bag, taser, several tasers, medical kit, IV bag, IV bags,
More tasers.
armored car. Do you have up armored mine resistance anti-penetration vehicles? MRAPs?
Make a list of what you need.
Well,
You have a week before the meeting. Make a list of what you need. Form your plan. Let us know what you need and how you want to do this.
Safely?
Gee starts like scribbling stuff down on like a piece of scratch paper.
Anything else?
No. But if we think of anything, can we contact you?
Me
Or
or
is this
Sinclair?
our... Bon.
All right. You have a week before the mission starts. Make sure you're prepared. If you need anything else, we'll be around. And Mitchner leaves. You notice that when he is out of his body, he does not limp. At all.
Yeah. The briefing rooms have like stuff in them, like maps and things like that.
The briefing room has a table, chairs, a whiteboard, and a projector.
Okay. We will need to get a map.
Do the
Several
briefing
maps.
folders have maps showing the location where we're extracting her to, that kind of information?
No. But it does have a record if you in the paper that it says that you're going to be meeting her at an abandoned drive-in theater, and if you need to extract her, bring her directly to Orpheus.
Okay.
Which is about an hour as you drive.
Do we know if she is meeting us in her body or as a spirit?
Per the documentation, it says either. We don't know.
Okay.
So I'm guessing some of us need to go in our meat suits.
Yep.
Does Orpheus have ghost manacles?
No.
Okay. Subduing a ghost is going to be hard. Okay, I'm going to go find Sinclair. Presumably he's still in the break room.
He's actually, as you step out, he is standing right outside the briefing room.
What fortuitous timing.
I was
Mr.
waiting for you
Sinclair.
to come find me.
That's where I was going. Do you want to talk in the briefing room? Do you want to talk in the rec room?
Wherever you guys would be more comfortable.
To the barracks it is, then.
All right. So you're going to the barracks?
Yeah.
Is anybody else going with them?
Yep.
I'll tag along.
I've already deleted that out of my scenes. Oh, well.
I start talking to him about like subduing ghosts. As I understand, he's a bit of a specialist. Has he ever tried to subdue or detain a spirit before? And kind of his thoughts on the process.
Honestly, the best way to subdue a ghost is to just beat him down until he's low enough vitality and then convince him to surrender. I mean, there's very few ghosts that want to meet the final beyond.
Yes. Our particular target is a... That is an excellent question.
Yes, you can.
And you should ask that out loud.
Could I congeal handcuffs?
Yes, you can.
That is brilliant.
Hey, that works.
That is exactly what congeal is used for.
My biggest concern, of course, is since they are a skimmer, if they try to ripcord back. I know how to test this when we get to the barracks.
Okay.
Just kind of continue like having a conversation with him about like this is how what I'm thinking. This is kind of the equipment that I think we're going to need.
The rest of you, are you coming with? Are you hanging out? What are you doing?
Following behind, very confused because, well, this is way out of my wheelhouse.
Fair
Guy
enough.
looks like he's about to do something interesting. I will follow out of morbid curiosity.
Cassidy.
I'm following and still muttering a bit though about how pissed I am about the no protection from the spook guns.
Sulky.
Hoping that Guy will do something stupid and hurt himself.
So whenever we get to the barracks, we'll have to wait for Iridel to get back, I guess.
Right.
I'm going to drop the meat and project, and then we're going to try and handcuff me and see if I can get out of them by ripcording back into my body. Or just, well, first stepping into my body, and second by ripcording into my body.
Okay. Now to reiterate, now that she's back.
So once we get back to the barracks, I'm gonna step out of my meat suit and have you handcuff me, and then I'm gonna try and ripcord back. Well, I'm gonna try and step back in my body and see if I can get out of the handcuffs, and ripcord back after that to see if I can get out of the handcuffs.
Okay.
All right.
How do I go about handcuffing him?
We don't worry about rolling or anything like that. Don't worry about spinning the light because we're in kind of a narrative thing right now. Ripcording and or stepping back into your body does drop the cuffs.
Man.
While Guy's getting set up for doing this, I'm sitting here like, look at, kind of lean over Cassidy. $5 says this gives him a nasty headache.
I can only fucking hope.
Okay, so that does not work. Yeah, well, if she, as you say, the only solution we have is to beat her if she resists and get her to surrender. If that doesn't work,
What happens if they are handcuffed to another spiritual object?
They can.
Swear to God.
When you ripcord out back to your body, you pass through any and all obstructions.
So at that point, ripcording would still get them out, but they're not free enough to be able to go drop back into their meat suit.
As far as I'm aware of, you.
Still, they ripcord.
Yeah. I mean, not Orpheus, but Terrell and Squib has those manacles that they put on their ghosts. Those can keep them from ripcording. They also have.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
For the record, none of you have heard about this.
Weren't we just asking about something like that, Guy?
Yes, I was.
He might have heard about it, but the rest of you have not heard about it.
Probably. Yes. Those would be exactly what we would need. I don't suppose you happen to have a pair.
No. I've tried to liberate them from Terrell and Squib in the past, and I've never been able to. In fact, Kelly was my contact. We were going to try and get some, but with everything that's going on right now, nobody can get through to her or talk to her at all.
Why does it seem like we got the underachiever of the technology world for this ghost stuff?
Trust me, Terrell and Squib is not someone you want to work for.
Well, one thing to keep in mind is Orpheus was the first to create projecting technology. Second off, Orpheus works more on what it means to be a ghost and how ghost physics work. Terrell and Squib is all about the flashy gadgets. Also, when I say they have ghost manacles, that's how you become an employee of Terrell and Squib.
Yes.
They don't ask you to sign a contract, they don't pay you. They clap you in irons and make you do what they want you to do.
Not cool.
Now, they're a bit more lenient with their projectors. Mostly they have skimmers. There's not a lot of sleepers in Terrans.
Cleanse it with fire, we cleanse it with fire.
Orpheus would like to get their hands on some of those manacles and some of the ghost shot if possible. The theory is they're made in the same way, we just don't know how.
Yes. If we can get them, we can get them. If not, then... So
if the opportunity
that...
arose to liberate, say, one of their vehicles with their supplies, we'd be encouraged to take it?
If you wanted to, just realize that, getting a Terralin Squib vehicle and getting it all the way back to Orpheus is going to be very, very hard.
I'm thinking more if one happened to come to us.
What do you mean?
If the opportunity arose during our mission.
Are you thinking of inhabiting one and then bringing it back?
That's exactly what he's thinking of.
They already inhabit all of them. You can't kick a ghost out. They're also plastered all over with the Terralin Squib logo. When I say these people are bright and flashy, they're bright and flashy. I mean, they're the Culligan man of the projecting world. Everyone knows who they are.
So the target, you know her quite well.
Kelly,
Tell us more.
She's a no-nonsense kind of person. She's definitely somebody who knows how to get the job done. She doesn't like working for TNS, I can tell you that much. She hates it. She's always been honest every time she brings us a report saying that she wants to finally just leave. Finally, it got to the point where we told her, look, you really need to stay there, so she's been jockeying for as much position as she can.
Yes. What is the likelihood that she has turned to the dark side?
Hard to say. If they made her a better offer, I mean, that's the thing about being in this kind of job. It's very mercenary.
Yes. Oh, yes, I understand. So it's possible. Is it likely?
Likely? No.
Yes. She hates them sufficiently.
Not what I know of Kelly.
Okay, well. So let us plan for peaceful meeting with her. That is actually an ambush from these terrible squib individuals. Yes? Or yes. So I would still like to go with the black bag and the zip ties because those will be useful. Same with the medical equipment and the armored car. Yes. I think what would be best is actually to go to the site early, very early, like a few hours from now, and set up.
Or at least scout it out. If you want.
Yes.
It would probably be safer to do so as spirits, less people observing us.
Meeting's not scheduled for a week.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, getting ahead of myself. I would like to set up Overwatch and surveillance a few days ahead of time, actually occupy the site perhaps the beginning of that day. If you're expecting an ambush, the best way to counter an ambush is to show up before the ambush does.
Fair enough. Anything else you guys want to ask of me?
How useful would it be to have someone kind of be utilized as bait for the ambush? Sort of a bright distraction.
My dear lady, what do you think I am?
I was hoping to be useful in assisting in that.
You can be. You can very much be helpful in that, but I'm the bait. Carolyn Squibb knows who I am. Kelly knows who I am. I'm the angle. You're the fish. And if we really need them, Mitchner's Crucible and Kate's Crucible can come in and help. But I will say this. Mitchner's got me worried.
Why is that?
Mitchner's Crucible has 2 banshees in it. They've both foreboded on the site.
And?
All they saw were storms. Bright, deafening storms.
The weather forecast has been surprisingly clear.
Yeah? Yeah, it has.
I have not experienced one yet. Are there ghost storms?
Yeah, actually there are.
Remnants of hurricanes long past?
No. Nobody knows what they are. They're called ghost quakes. The earth will shake. You'll hear thunder and lightning in the distance. You'll almost always feel a surge of specters when it happens.
I see.
Keep your head down. Storms are coming.
Yes.
That sounds lovely and cryptic.
Wait. Can't one of us wasn't one of us a banshee?
Yeah. You have a forebodder. She's up there in the corner.
Can you look into the future of this site? This mission?
Be easier for her if she does it on site.
Yeah, what he said, I'd have to go there.
Can you do it for the Crucible as a group of people here for that time?
Like you said, preferably in the next few days long before this goes down, I do want to try to drive the route, get familiar with the area. So, I mean, I can run her by the site at some point. That's not an issue.
Well. I prefer both the forebodings there at the site, here on the Crucible, if that's possible.
I don't know. I've never done something. I mean, I kind of did that.
Is there any harm in trying?
No. I'm gonna try to forebode on our...
Okay. How much vitality are you spending on it?
3.
Okay. How far in advance does that go?
Actually, no, let me check the book because that will actually indicate.
102.
Successes. 3 vitality. Field of effect extends up to 1 month in either direction and lasts for 4 turns. Now, as you do this, you can either do this as a I will ask you questions, or I will get... Or wait, no. If you're looking into the past, it's I will ask you questions. If you're looking into the future, it's I give you a prophetic vision.
Let the oracle begin.
Okay. So roll that perception plus empathy, difficulty 6.
I'm going to spend a vitality to bump her 2 more perception.
Okay. The rest of you have benefits too, just keep that in mind.
Benefits will assist us at this point.
Nice.
Wow. MK is on a roll tonight. You guys have been rolling really good tonight.
I built my character to two things really well.
And this music's actually really good for this, so I'm going to turn it up a bit.
Hit me with it.
Looking into the future, you see sand. Shifting sands. A desert. Sands blowing in the wind like you've never seen anything before. The archetypical sandstorm is coming. The clouds on the horizon. The hot wind. And you smell on that wind blood. And it's not just a blood has been spilled. It is a smell of blood calling you to war. Bringing you to the point of bloodlust. Looking at your Crucible members, you see Cassidy and Morgan and yourself circled each other backs to backs in a figure of a 3, of a triangle. Desperately trying to keep each other sane by screaming at the wind. And maybe, if you scream loud enough, the wind will back away. Then you look to the place where Lee should be, and there is a void. But you know he's there because you can see where he sits. You can see the depression in the chair. You can see his footprints. But you cannot see him. And then you look to E. And you see a man, or humanoid figure, wrapped in deep, dark robes, pitted and torn, etched by time. And in his hand is a tall staff. And on the end of this staff is a wicked blade. So dark, light doesn't even touch it. Sharp enough to cut the very air. And you are overwhelmed with sadness. Because you just weren't good enough. And you come back.
There are tears like coming down Mary's face. Like, it's not I'm sobbing, but whatever it is, like, there's streams. The storm will come. Blood will call. Rage, war. Some will stand together and protect. Others will not. And some will fall. Because we were not good enough. I need to... I get up and I just don't even say anything. I walk out of the room.
As you were walking out of the room, you realize you're not fully out of the trance yet. You turn your eyes sideways and you look at Sinclair. And you see a skeletal horse on fire.
And he shall ride a pale horse, and that horse shall be death. And I walk, like, I look straight at Sinclair, say that, and I walk out of the room.
And that's a really good point to end our session on tonight.
Holy crap.
I'm a mean storyteller.
Bad storyteller, no whiskey.
Whatever, you know that you love my storytelling, and you love to ply me with whiskey.
That's why we're here.
All right, everybody. Did y'all have fun tonight?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Dahlia, did you have fun?
Well, I could have had more fun if I wasn't cock-blocked.
It happens to me, like, in so many games. I just had to try it once to see what the fun was.
And it's fun, isn't it?
Fun.
Oh, okay. So, well, I was totally waiting for you to like call him back, and be all like, "So hey, let's do the thing."
But I have the phone number.
So, everybody gets 1 for showing up tonight. All right, what's next? Role playing. Everybody gets 1 for role playing. Nominations for good roleplay.
Cassidy.
Yeah, I'll take that. She did good tonight. Any other nominations?
I don't know. I want to nominate Mary Kathleen for that like end scene with the damn prophecy shit.
Right.
Second
Yeah,
to
I
vote.
do, but I don't want to reward her for playing freaking for playing oracles because she does a ton.
Well, the first thing that popped into my head as she was like saying shit and leaving was very river song.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I will say for taking what I gave you and putting it into those words, you'll get an extra roleplay XP for that.
Also, all of the wonderful omissions.
There's a lot of stuff I'm just not telling you people.
Well, no. There's a lot of stuff that she
Oh.
didn't say either.
Yeah.
We got about 10% of that.
All right. So that's our role playing XP. Learning XP or bravery XP. We didn't really get any fights this session, so we're gonna skip that. Everybody did great with putting the word out there and making sure everybody's heard, so everybody get an extra 2. All right. So learning XP. Well, starting at the top, Guy, what did you learn tonight?
Well, let's see. What did Guy learn? Guy learned that there's an option that essentially stops the whispers. Like that there is a way to essentially turn the voices off.
Okay. Yeah, that actually makes sense
it's-
for more reasons than one.
It's it's arduous and it's going to be freaking rare, but
Okay, you'll gain an XP for that. Mary Kathleen, what did you learn in this session?
That we're not going to be good enough.
Okay, gain 1 for that one. Cassidy, what did you learn this session?
I learned that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes at Orpheus than any of us are being told.
You're gonna have to reach a little further because you've already learned that once.
well, the last one that she learned was that Orpheus was not as competent as they put on.
I was gonna say, like, things are being hidden from us that might be a bigger risk than they're willing to tell us. Like the sudden knowledge that there's an opponent that has guns that can kill us with us having no protection.
Okay, gain 1 for that. Morgan, what did you learn this session?
Where there's a will, there's a way, because I didn't think we were going to pull off the stage performance. I mean, that completely didn't occur to me to, like, inhabit a guitar and sing.
That's true. Learning what your powers can do and how to use them in interesting ways. So go ahead and take 1 for that one. Lee, what did you learn this session?
Along those same lines, that when I inhabit things, I'm not necessarily limited to what they normally do. I can also I also get an idea of the essence of it and can manipulate it.
Okay, gain 1 for that. All right. So, I think we had a very good session tonight. You guys had a lot of fun from a laughy, happy fun, and then we also threw in some horror. So I think that tonight was a pretty good session. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys watching enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, I can tell you that. Let's go around and introduce ourselves one last time as we take our bows. My name is Evan Blade Revan. I am the storyteller here. You can find me here every Monday. We're going to be doing Orpheus. I keep keep saying it, but I'm trying to stream during the week as well. Maybe do some games, some other horror stuff, to just kind of break up all the storytelling here. Starting at the top there with Crow. Crow, we can't hear you.
I'm Gritty_Crow on Twitch. I actually should be starting to stream again here in the next couple of weeks. You can also find me at grinning.crow on Twitter, and I frequently haunt Evan's Twitch channel as a moderator.
Next up, Skittish.
I'm Skittish Cat. You can find me on Twitter at Skittish Cat. I do not stream, but I do make some really sweet layouts and videos. Following up, I will be doing some art projects with this Visions, which will be linked to my Twitter account. So if you're interested in Mary Kathleen's visions and her renditions of them, check me out.
Next up, Dahlia.
I'm a Black Dahlia 42. You can find me here on Mondays and the rest of the week on my own channel playing spooky games. We're going to be playing Vampire soon.
Are you streaming tonight, Dahlia?
It's a little late for me. I probably won't stream tonight.
Okay.
I'll be interested to see your stream of Vampire and your thoughts.
I've so far avoided all spoilers. I have not watched a single bit of gameplay.
That's fair. There's a lot of different interesting ways to play.
It is so good. Okay.
All right, next up, Iredell.
I'm Iredell Bastion, and I play Morgan Flanagan.
And last but almost certainly not least, Warfox.
I'm Warfox, and I play Lee Blaylock. Can be found here on Eben's channel in this game.
Awesome. Thank you guys again very much for coming out. We had a lot of fun tonight. I'm going to go ahead and log off now so that I'm going to talk a little bit with my players, then I'm going to go grab some sleep because I'm tired as shit. But please stay tuned. We are going to be throwing a host over here in just a little bit. And I hope you guys send up some love to whoever we're hosting next. But thank you guys again for coming by. I hope you guys have a very marvelous evening. You guys, I will see you, if nothing else, next Monday. Thanks.
Thank you.